She was just there for the season.
Tell me it's over. Tell me it's over when I tell you it's over. It's over.
I know you can't sing because you holding the mic terrible.
It's over.
You ain't holding it right.
You know how to be the old school back in the day.
Yeah. No, you doing it wrong.
Back in the
You about to come out the jack.
You ain't ready.
Man, Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 127.
Ciento 27. Ciento 27.
Kenny T is in the building with us this evening. OT is in the building with us this evening. Now I'm D-Trail AC. This is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast, man. How you fellas doing on this glorious night?
I'm loving it, man. We know Kenny on one right now.
Man, I'm feeling good. I ain't too drunk.
Yeah.
I ain't say you was drunk.
But I'm feeling good. You know, enjoying my time off. Mm-hmm. Big Day don't get much time off. But I do want to say, shout out to my brother Smooth. I love you. My boy going through some things. Send him prayers and everything to him because he's going through some things. So I appreciate him. Just want to tell him I love him because we don't say that enough.
Facts.
And to you and Otis. Matt, B and Otis. I love you guys. You know, y'all need a shoulder cry on. Y'all cry on my shoulder. I ain't cried in a long time either. You know, I've been going through some things too. So, you know, it's a tough season for happiness and joy, but, you know, also need time to get your sadness off and somebody to talk to. So,
Fact.
just want to say I love y'all and, you know, shout out to Smooth, Matt. I love you, you know.
Facts.
Love you too, G. Love y'all boys, man. Like I say, Smooth taking care of some family business, man. He gonna be back here pretty soon, man. But, you know, today, we got some things to talk about today, man. A lot of things to talk about. Timeline has been moving at
I might talk about it because
exponential speed.
I ain't going into the dark hole like you.
Oh, I'm going into the dark hole now. Man, yeah, apparently I done made a lot of enemies, man, here over this past week on Twitter. I don't know if y'all tapped into the, you know, Twitter page or whatever, but we done been discussing this case that's been going on. Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez is in the midst of the trial. The trial has officially kicked off. So, you know, with that, you know, it's a bunch of backlash. We getting testimonies from, I think Meg has already gone up. Kelsey has already gone up. The doctor that checked on her foot has gone up. They try to get the detective to go up. You know, so with that, it have been a lot of back and forth. So where we currently stand, I feel like Tory is winning by a wide margin. Because you got to understand what the whole purpose of this case is, right? Like, they basically like trying to charge Tory with assault with a deadly weapon for firing the gun at Meg. So that the prosecution DA is arguing on her behalf, trying to figure out who fired the gun, right? So in Tory's case, all he has to do is present reasonable doubt that I didn't do it, and he's gonna get off. All right, so just a summary of the testimonies that's happened so far, because we done been keeping track of it. Salute to what Lawyer for People is the Instagram or the reporter.
Lawyer for I think it's lawyer. Let me make sure.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 journalists that's like on it. They in the courtroom every day. They taking notes. They tweeting. They posting videos, like updating people on what's going on because they not allowing cameras into
Lawyer
the
for Workers.
Lawyer for Workers. Shout out to him. But yeah, so Meg went up to testify first. And this is after the prosecution came out and said, "Hey, we're going to prove without a shadow of a doubt that Tory is the one that fired the gun. And not only are we going to prove it, we're going to have Meg's ex-best friend come up here on this stand and corroborate the fact that Tory is the one that shot the gun and shot her multiple times." I'm trying to think of where should we say. There's just so many different places to start. We can go in order. Meg went up there first. Mm-hmm. And they were questioning her and, asking her what happened. Now, there was a lot of ducking and dodging going on when they got to certain questions and certain aspects of the case. She would be like, "Well, I don't really remember that." Anything that would kind of make her look, I guess, bad or make her look, not formidable. It would be a lot of I don't remembers. And then they would show her testimony of what she said. And they say, okay, well, I guess I said it just right there. It was a bunch of attitude. It was a bunch of fake crying with no tears coming down the face. It was a lot of that going on. Did y'all get to see the not see her on the stand, but did y'all get to read the transcript or like get the gist of whatever? How did y'all feel like she did when she went on the stand?
I didn't really. Honestly, I don't think I can remember back far to when she went on the stand. I think I started really following once Kelsey got on stand and a little bit before Kelsey got on the stand. But when she was on stand, I think I might have fought a little bit, but.
Yeah, so basically when she went up there and they were asking her questions, about, hey, as far as the night, she basically is trying to maintain the same story that she had with just a couple of adjustments. But the gist of the story is, from her words, her and Kelsey were invited to Kylie's house for a gathering. It wasn't necessarily a party, it was a gathering. Got there, they were all in the pool, they were drinking, they were taking shots. Meg decided to cook some nachos and things of that nature for the house, even though the house said that they didn't really want the nachos. She went in there and made them anyway. But in the midst of being there, they had been there about 5 hours before Meg invited Tory to come. And at that point, like, Kelsey was drunk to the point of like blacking out. So she went upstairs and went to sleep. And then, I guess because Kelsey had left or whatever, went to sleep. And I think Meg's, I want to say stylist named EJ was there as well. He's the one that brought him there initially. He was there as well. And Meg admitted to taking 6 shots during that process. But she claims she wasn't drunk. Even though a lot of questions they're asking in regards to the party, she says that she can't remember. But that's another conversation. We just gonna get the rundown according to her version. So she she was, I guess, getting bored or whatever, and just invited Tory there. So Tory's like, okay, cool, I'll pull up. And she says by the time Tory got there, the gathering kind of thinned out. It wasn't that many people as there was beforehand. It was just really her, Kylie, Kelsey, EJ, and maybe like 2 other people or something like that, right? So Tory gets there, and he greets everybody or whatever, and they're all just in the pool having a good time at this point. Somewhere around there, Kelsey wakes up, comes downstairs, sees Tory there, and was like, "Oh, okay, this is cool." She didn't really think none of it at first, and then at that point they've been having a lot of drinks. So she said that, she was already feeling like, that it was time to go. She said that her wig was kind of slipping off her head, or that's what a stylist told her, that, her wig was kind of slipping off. So at that point, she said that she was ready to go. Right. So she gets up and I guess gets her stylist to go pack her bags that they had brought and put them in the car or whatever the case may be. But he puts them in his car. Now, she ends up leaving in Tory's car with Tory's security. Now, the prosecutor asked her, well, hey, how did the bags get swiped? I thought, didn't you ride there with EJ? Why didn't y'all leave with EJ? Oh, well, I can't really remember that. It was like, okay, well, it wasn't any altercations or anything that happened, like that just forced you to want to leave all of a sudden. I mean, Tory had just got there. Nah, it wasn't really no altercations. I just, my wig was slipping. I felt like I just wanted to go. He was like, well, according to the testimony of Kelsey, y'all left and came back. Didn't y'all? I don't remember leaving and coming back. He's like, well, okay. So, whatever. She says that part is a blur. She just remembers being in the truck with Tory, Kelsey, and Tory's driver named Krew, who they can't find to come to the court to testify. All of a sudden, he just went missing. He fell off a cliff somewhere.
Boy, gone.
But yeah, so it's them riding down the street in the car. And she says that, it wasn't any altercation. It wasn't any ill will or bad feelings or anything like that when they got into the car. And then they get into the car, and then Tory kind of, is a bit belligerent, I guess, because he didn't want to leave, according to Meg. And he starts to insult her. And then not only that, Kelsey jumps in to defend her friend from Tory insulting her. And then Tory starts to insult Kelsey as well, and then tells Kelsey, well, damn, you really defending her after what she did to you? And at this point, Kelsey is blindsided. Like, what are you talking about? What she did to me. Tory like, damn, Meg, you ain't gonna tell her? So Meg, is trying to die it down. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you telling her that? Like, don't listen to him. He's just trying to get you mad. Blah, 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 blah. She said at this point, she asked to be let out of the car. So Kwa, the driver, pulls over. According to Meg's story, she gets out of the car, goes for a walk or whatever. And then, in the process of her getting out of the car, all of a sudden, she hears somebody yell, "Dance, bitch." And she looks back and see that it's Tory. He's allegedly standing on the banister at the bottom of the truck, looking over the passenger side door with a gun. And she says she sees the gun. She doesn't see him fire the gun, but she sees the gun. And then she says she puts her head down and turns back around. And then she starts hearing gunshots. And then a couple of them hit her feet. And then, that was that. So in the process of that, after Tory shoots her, she says she sees him and Kelsey getting into a bit of an altercation. Says she sees Tory grab Kelsey by the hair, punches her in the face, drags her across the concrete, all type of stuff like that. And then, Kelsey gets up, comes to check on her or whatever, make sure that she's good, and then, convinces her to get back into the truck so they can just get home because apparently her house is right up the street. This was, the prosecutor asked her, like, how do you know where you were in approximation to your house? He asked her that earlier, and she was like, "Nah, I'm not really sure." And then when she was going through the store, she said, "Well, actually, my house was right up the street, over the hill. So I was just gonna walk there or catch a bus or whatever the case may be. But I thought about me being a celebrity. I'm out here in a bikini. I'm drunk, or she didn't claim to be a drunk. I'd been drinking." And paparazzi is crazy in LA. I didn't want to be, whatever. So I got back in the truck and attempted to go home. And then that's when the police showed up. Made everybody get out the car at gunpoint. Everybody get on the ground. This, that, and the third. We heard gunshots. We heard, there was fighting going on, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, she said that, the doctors came up. The lawman came up and asked her, what happened? And she said that she deliberately lied. She said that I had glass in my foot. Prosecutor asked her, "Well, why did you lie?" She said, "Well, because, this was around 2020. This was around the George Floyd situation and, Breonna Taylor situation. And I honestly felt like if I would have told them the truth that they was going to shoot Tory. They was going to kill Tory out there. So, I lied to him just to save him. And, I planned on keeping it low, even when I got to the hospital. I lied to the doctor when I got to the hospital as well. And, they pulled bullet fragments out of my foot, and then I had to tell them the truth at that point. And, but even still, I was going to keep it low until she said, a couple of days passed, and Tory's publicist started trying to paint a narrative that she wasn't very comfortable with. And that's what caused her to come out and express the way that she expressed on Instagram Live. He shot me, I want to see him under the jail, this, that, and the third. You and your publicist playing with me. You know what you did to me, blah, 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 blah. So that's her turn of it. That's her play-by-play of how it happened. There was no argument. There was no altercation. There was no nothing. She just was ready to leave. Tory wasn't. He caught attitude. They got to arguing about their career first. She said that her career was better than his or whatever. Said, he wasn't that good at music or rapping or whatever. He caught feelings with that and got aggressive. And it led to that. So that's her turn of events. So I'm going to get y'all take on that turn of events. Do y'all believe that that's what happened, or is there anywhere in that story to where it's like, I don't know about that part? Or?
I think they all fucking lies, if you ask me.
One at a time.
Nope.
We're going to do one at a time.
Nope. I think they all lies. I think they all, it's their side, and the fucking truth. Everybody trying to protect themselves. Meg has some lies in her story. Tory has some lies in his story. Kelsey has some lies in her story. The fact is that she did get shot or a bullet grazed her. That is a fact.
Yes.
Or where the misconception or where the problem is that she really doesn't know who shot her. And her blaming one person is the problem. You don't know who shot you, but you just pick one person out the group, which is Tory, which is the one you was arguing with first. Means you have bad blood with, and you got your best friend in the car. You ain't about to blame your best friend for shooting.
Because at one point she did say her back was turned, right?
Yeah, her
Yes.
back was.
She said my back was turned, but she turned over her left shoulder as she was walking away to see Tory standing over the
It's a
passenger
fact
door.
that shots rang in her direction. Who shot her? She doesn't know. It would have been her best benefit if it was really about her getting shot at. Would have said, hey, somebody shot at me. I don't know if it was my best friend or this other man that I had relations with. Shot me, and I want justice for whoever it is. But see how the narrative goes is a woman ain't going. It's no woman on woman violence. It's always got to be a man on a woman violence. It can never be a woman just jealous of what's going on and y'all have an argument and shit just happened. Because I believe if she would have believed that it was Kelsey, she wouldn't have pressed charges. She said, "Fuck it. We used to have an argument. Shit went down. She wanted to shoot at me. That's my best friend. I ain't trying to put my best friend in jail. Fuck it. It is what it is. I know what I did wrong. I was sneaking behind her back, fucking so-and-so different man, as they say.
She says.
Alleged. Oh, she says.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
She said
saying?
Kelsey said.
You know what I'm saying? Alleged.
Yeah,
from,
Meg says she's never had
yeah, so,
sex
I mean,
behind her
it's
back.
alleged. There's no
Anybody.
proof to it, but allegedly, yes. So, she said, hey, I'm mad at Tory. I was arguing with Tory to begin with. I already caught Tory flirting with goddamn Kylie.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking on my best friend and he fucking me. Now he making us both look like a fool. We had an argument in the car about careers. He obviously got a better career than me. I just want to make it seem like he don't.
But wait. She didn't admit to an argument at Kylie's house.
No,
said
she
that they
didn't.
in a
Yeah,
peace
well,
rally.
I mean,
Right.
She said there was no altercation. She was not worried about
at
Kylie.
all.
She was not jealous of Kylie and Tory or anything.
yeah, but I mean, Tory done lied too. I mean, it's Tory ain't clean slate. He done lied about punching Alzine in the face, and he obviously did punch him in the goddamn face. There's video evidence, so we can't say he's a clear culprit of telling the truth.
I hadn't spoke on Tory one time yet. We just talking about it. We just trying to get her story consistent and then respond to her story.
And ain't gonna be a consistent story because when you went to that goddamn court and going to jail, your story gonna start to fabricate in your favor. If you want justice for you, I don't care how hard you try, what it is. Hey, this happened and I want justice and I really don't know what went on, but I don't want to look like a damn fool. I didn't make this whole fucking scene. So I'm gonna stick to what I think and what I know. When I'm drunk, and everybody knows when you drunk, you really don't know what there's been plenty of times when I don't know what the fuck went on. I just can believe you can tell a lie. I know a lot of people. I know people personally that can tell a lie and know it's not the truth and make that lie the truth to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's sad because she did get shot.
Correct.
Or a bullet grazed her. Either or. It's still a bad incident of her getting shot. But where it comes with the divide between us and the community is the fact that we're trying a young black man for something that he possibly didn't even do. And in a court of law, you are innocent until proven guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody seems to understand that. It's like, if I was walking down the street and a woman just got raped and she pointed at me and said, hey, I've been raped, and he the one who did it. Yeah, she was raped. She probably was raped. But how do you know it was me? Just because she said it.
You got to prove that you didn't do it.
And we're just all agreeing just because he was there that he did it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, God damn, man, maybe he didn't really do it. She did get shot, but probably not by him. He could have been the one that was trying to protect her from getting really hurt.
Which another point we can get to too.
And it's like we're all men and women are sitting there bumping heads. Black men and black women are sitting there bumping heads about a situation that nobody even knows the honest truth.
That nobody knows.
Nobody knows the honest truth, and I don't think we'll ever get the honest truth.
Mm-mm.
And that's been my only point since day one.
And no matter what honestly, I don't think no matter what the outcome is, it's always gonna be some backfire. I don't even know it's gonna be beneficial for the community at all. Because if Tory is found innocent, it's gonna be some excuses. Oh, they just didn't have enough evidence on him. He probably did it, blah blah. And if he's found
Kelsey
guilty, it's like, oh well, they didn't have enough evidence on him, but they didn't have nobody else to charge. So hey, we gonna charge him for this. Because they can get him from lesser charges. They can say, oh, we get you on this for having
They might get him for possession. I think.
Possession of a weapon. Mm-hmm. And if you say that on goddamn court, guilty for possession of a weapon. Oh, he guilty because he shot it. That was his gun. Mm-hmm. No, that don't mean he shot it. That was just because it was his gun or it was in his vehicle or whatever it is. So I mean, it's a hard subject, but you know, I wish they could find a damn driver, security, and hopefully he can tell the truth.
They ain't finding him.
They made it in Mexico somewhere.
I don't think he want to be involved with it because whatever he say is gonna be like, God damn.
Mm-hmm. That's the missing piece.
You got big money laid on this situation. You got Meg with the big ass. She with goddamn Jay-Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Rock Nation. Yeah.
Rock Nation. And you got goddamn Tory, who, I mean, he's not big, but he sell records. The label's riding on him too. So I mean, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, it's a complicated situation, man. It got more complicated when Kelsey took the stand. Right, her best friend, the star witness. Prosecution said this is going to be the key in proving that Tory is the one that shot her. Right, so they called Kelsey to the stand. Asked her to run down her version of the events that happened. Now I'm going to run briefly. I ain't going to go through the full thing because we kind of did with Meg, and a lot of their story is similar, but there's certain parts of it that gets diametrically opposed.
It gets convoluted.
Right, so we gonna start at she got passed out drunk before Tory got there. She admits to this. She also admits that before she got drunk, Meg was offering to cook people something at Kylie's house, and Kylie and them was like, nah, we don't want you to cook nothing, just chill. But Meg was a bit drunk and a bit belligerent, and she wanted to go do it anyway. So she goes to do it anyway.
Which we also know she was drunk because she was on live.
True. Her and Tory.
Was it Kylie's live? No, it wasn't Kylie's live.
No, it was her. It was Meg's live. Yeah.
And you could clearly see she was in an altered state.
And she admitted to taking 6 shots of tequila.
Man, that ain't nothing.
Watch out my phone, Tory. You gonna wet my phone, Tory.
I need 12 to get me lit.
You need 1.5.
Exactly.
1 and a sip
of lemonade. I know when I'm drunk when I pass out.
I pass the fuck out. Wise man once said
that was an epic quote right there, boy.
Bruh. But yeah, so she gets drunk, you know, Kelsey does. Gets super drunk. She like, you know, whatever, I'm about to go lay down. So she goes upstairs in the room that Kylie had picked out for them and their luggage and all of that. So she gets up, wakes up, comes downstairs. Oh, Tory's here. Okay. She get a bit excited. They got some history, right? According to her, Meg is the one that put Tory on her.
Mm-hmm. They introduced her.
Her. Like, hey, you know, yeah, y'all should, you know, do y'all thing or whatever. According to Kelsey, back then, you know, they was all kicking it. They was living in the same condo, all of that. Not Tory, but her and Meg living in the same condo, so they kicking it every day. Tory coming through there every day. They kind of, you know, developing their own relationship. It got intimate, you know, smashing happened, things of that nature, and then she catches COVID. Like 2 or 3 weeks into the ordeal. So she has to go back to Houston. And in the process of going back to Houston, Tory keeps coming over. Him and Meg develop their situation, and
I know how that goes on.
I'm just telling you what the woman said, man. This ain't even my opinion.
Y'all ain't never been in a situation.
Never.
Hey, my nigga Magic say.
Never.
I'm not gonna be here.
Hey.
Oh, she ain't here? Okay, I guess I keep on coming over here.
Why she not there? How about why she there?
Oh, come on.
Wait a minute. Now, I ain't never done that. But
Come on, man.
Cause you not that nigga.
I'm not.
I played some dangerous games, boy.
You did.
Dangerous game. Pray for him, man. Where was we at? Oh, yeah. So, giving a little backstory. So, again, Kelsey goes back to Houston, recovers from COVID. In the process, Tory and Meg develop their situation, and it gets intimate. Well, now, she hadn't told Kelsey this, of course, because it's going to look like she's snaking her homie, which she was. But that's neither here nor there. So, Kelsey gets over the COVID, comes back around. They start kicking it again. And one of the first outings when she gets back is this pool party at Kylie's house. So she's like, hell yeah, I want to go. Let's go. So her and Meg goes there. She said she didn't have any idea that Tory was coming, was going to be there, no nothing. Thought they was just going to go kick it with the Jenners. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like I said, she gets drunk. She wakes up, comes downstairs, Tory's there. So they get to kicking it all together like they used to. And, you know, she's noticing Meg is a bit aggressive, right? Because Tory is showing Kylie a little too much attention for comfort, according to Meg. Now, Kelsey's mind, she'll be confused. Like, why are you so angry that he's showing this girl attention? Like, so much so to where she's, you know, yelling out things from across the pool in terms of trying to get Tory attention. Apparently, they kind of separated in the pool. Tory over there with Kylie doing that thing, Meg, Kelsey, and EJ on the side. She over there yelling things, right?
Why y'all so far away?
My nigga's over there trying to move.
So y'all just ain't gonna join us?
My nigga was over there working.
Y'all don't want no more shots?
Nigga said, I already hit both y'all. What I need to be over there with y'all for?
Yeah.
I'm trying to work. I'm trying to go for the 3-peat in here.
Which is another part we could dial.
For the triple crown.
The triple crown. Fail.
Hey, that nigga real one for that.
With a ball head.
Hey,
I got a ball
A
head.
ball head.
5'4".
Hey, Meg say 5'3". But they capping on my dog. But the driver lights say 5'7", man. They trying to hate on my
So
dog.
you the same height when she bent over.
Oh, come on. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
But all right, back to the story. So,
Ain't like a puppy back there.
so
Nigga like he rock climbing on the back of Meg.
he got a chin on top of the ass.
He got a rope and everything.
That nigga that getting it how he live. Yeah.
Nigga had the nigga had the rock climb.
Nigga cliffhanger.
All right, let me down. Give me some rope.
Hey,
That nigga 2 feet down.
hey. That nigga say he did what he had to do to get them draws. You hear me? Rest in peace to Tommy. So, yeah, Meg yelling things or whatever. So Kylie is getting a bit uncomfortable. Wait a minute, this is turning a little too aggressive for my liking. So, you know, she comes up and, you know, I guess Meg goes over there to him and, like, kind of pulls Tory away and kind of, they get into a little altercation, according to Kelsey. Kelsey's kind of sitting back watching this. Is like, damn, what the hell going on, you know? Whatever. So at that point, Kylie like, hey, y'all got to go. This shit is getting too crazy. You understand me? We live around a bunch of rich white folks. This ain't what I signed up for. Y'all got to get the hell out. So they put him out. Now, at this point, EJ, the stylist I spoke about earlier, he goes to pack their things up and he puts them in his car, in EJ's car. Mind you, they drove there with EJ. Tory drove the Dolo in his own car. So according to Kelsey, Meg tells EJ, nah, we not leaving without Tory. So not only that, but take the bags out of your car, put them in Tory's car. We gonna ride with Tory. So, you know, again, Kelsey raises her eyebrow, like, why is she so adamant about, you know, but whatever. So she just kind of keeps it going. So they end up leaving. So Tory's like, well, hey, look, I ain't ready to leave right now.
Y'all go
But
ahead.
y'all can go ahead. I'll have my driver take y'all to the crib, and I'm just gonna kick it. Because at that point, you know, it was just gonna be him and Kylie there. Nah, because at that point, everybody done left. It was just him and Kylie in the pool now. So Meg was like, all right, cool. But, you know, reluctantly, according to Kelsey. So they get in the truck, they get ready to head to the crib.
But she left.
And Meg has an attitude. She's like, I can't believe he's standing there with Kylie. Like, what is this? Like, he just want to kick it with her all of a sudden. So she tells the driver, hey, turn around. I forgot my slipper. I need to go back and get my slipper. So she comes back to try to find the slipper and makes a scene, right? So at that point, Kylie like, oh, yeah, not everybody got to get the fuck out. So she puts her out, and Tory follows behind her to go with her. They get into the truck, Tory's driver's truck. They argue the whole way there. And then, you know, it goes to insults about his career, which Meg said happened. So he's insulting her back, calling her B's and, you know, H's. And then Kelsey jumps in to defend her homegirl. Like, hey, don't talk to my homegirl like that.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. And Tory was like, oh, that's your homegirl, huh? Your homegirl ain't telling you everything. All right, so he tells her that. Meg tried to deny it. But, you know, Tory is adamant. Like, yeah, well, tell her what we was doing. You know, whatever. So that causes Kelsey and Meg to get into argument. Now, Meg does decide to get out of the car. But I think get out of the car and go sit at a bus stop. Tory goes to get her from the bus stop, according to Kelsey. Talks and says, hey, man, don't worry about it. You know, it's whatever, man. Just come get back in the truck. So he convinces her to come back to the truck. They get in the truck again, proceed to arguing again. right? And then at that point, Meg wants to get out the car again. So they pull the truck over. Meg gets out, says she's just going to walk. She's going to find her way. And, at that point, her and Kelsey is going back and forth, heavy. So Kelsey say, Meg, get out the car. Kelsey get out the car. Now, Kelsey said that they didn't get into a fight. She said that there might have been a bump when they both got out the car. Mm-hmm. Prosecutor was like, well, why did you get out the car? She was like, I don't remember. But when I got out the car, we ended up, I think Meg was trying to go around the back to get her luggage from the back of the truck. Kelsey say, oh, that's what it was. I was trying to go get my luggage too. So we ran into each other. And it was kind of a bump. Now, it wasn't a fisticuffs altercation, but it was kind of a bump. That's what Kelsey says, right? I don't believe that. But that's just neither here nor there. So at that point, they out there doing what they doing. Tori get out the car to come get in between it, right? But I think at that point, it was altercation, whatever happened. And then Kelsey says she went around the other side of the car. Next thing she know, she heard some gunshots. Didn't know where they was coming from. Didn't see who shot them. Didn't see nobody with a gun. But just heard gunshots and then come back around to see what the hell is going on. She walks up to Meg, asks her, is she okay? And then, they try to get back in the whip. Laws pull them over. And then that leads into the video that everybody has seen. She says she didn't shoot her. She says they didn't get into any fist fight. But, that was the turn of events. But it was all over Kylie and, Meg and Tori smashing and all of that. It was a combination of things. They got it there, on top of them being drunk and, belligerent. So, that's the story that they going with. Tori has a similar story to Kelsey, but Tori says that they was actually fighting. Mm-hmm. And he got out the whip to break up the fight. Kelsey was losing the fight, and when he broke it up, she went in the car and got a gun.
Which, before the gun part, the fighting part was also confirmed by a witness of the neighborhood.
Correct. Eyewitness came outside. He said he heard a commotion. He comes outside. He see two women going at it, and I guess they was fighting on the other side of the car. Then he hears gunshots, and these gunshots are caught on a Ring camera. So they are confirmed. They said it was, I think the first burst was 3, the next burst was 2. There was a little bit of space in between them, which if you're, that sounds kind of like a scuffle to me if I'm wrestling over the gun, if I'm just using my imagination. But we just gonna go by the facts. The witness said that he seen 2 women fighting, and he seen a gun flash by one of the women. That's what he seen.
So okay. So Meg said there wasn't a fight.
Correct.
Kelsey said she was on the other side of the car. Mm-hmm. When the gunshots went off.
Right.
What did Tori say he was doing when the gunshots went off?
I'm not sure.
Or did he just not say? He just didn't say he didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah. I think he said he got out of the car to break it up. And then as he was breaking it up, she went to get a gun.
But we do know 2 people that were in the car did have gunpowder residue.
Correct. Tori
and Kelsey.
Yep.
But one person had a significant amount more than the other.
Yep.
Which was Kelsey.
And Kelsey had DNA on the gun. Tori didn't have DNA. Well, it was inconclusive that he had DNA on the gun. Which tells me, if I'm just using my imagination, like somebody had a firm hold, and the other person, somebody was trying to wrestle it away, so the fingerprints is getting smeared and shit like that. You understand me? So that's why it probably was inconclusive.
That's what it sounded like.
But he definitely touched the gun. There's no way around that. Mm-hmm. So that's their stories. Now if y'all had to come up with a story, you ain't got to run it down from the top to bottom. But what do y'all think happened, considering all this evidence?
The bodyguard.
Qua on the right. He let the thing go.
I don't know. 1 + 1 is 2.
What's y'all take, man?
I think they all a bunch of fucking liars. They all need a certain time in jail. You ask me.
They sent them all to jail, man.
Fuck it. Y'all all lying. You want to lie? You got shot? Cool. You did get shot. But you lied about the whole story of what happened. You got 2 people that's telling the same story. Cool. We gonna go with that. Kelsey over here lying, saying that he shot her on a fucking record quarter, and then when we get on the stand, you saying no, that was a lie.
And Kelsey had a diss track too.
And so
talking about if I was the shooter, I would have killed you.
We get that, and we got
like,
Tori. Tori's a known liar too. You know what I'm saying? He tell his side of the story. Shit happens. You apologize, whatever it is. They all didn't go to jail. Fuck it.
Oh, and also people talking about too as well. Kelsey texts, was it Quay? No, not Quay, but Meg's bodyguard. And said
Tory shot Meg. Help 911.
Yeah, but then she came back and said, "Oh, that was a lie."
And Tory text Meg about saying how sorry he was and the jail call.
Yeah, but
apologizing.
He didn't apologize for the shot.
Shooting.
Correct.
Yeah,
he just apologized for the situation.
The situation was going on.
For how it went down.
Hey, I apologize for shooting you. I apologize for me, pulling the trigger. He just said, "Hey, I apologize for." If it's me as a man that's and start an argument, yeah, I'm gonna apologize. Hey, I'm sorry, this shit went on. This shit shouldn't even be happening.
I'm thinking he was for the whole time thinking with his dick, thinking with his ego, and we're talking about he going for the Triple Crown. So it is what it is at that point. But then this situation, he didn't see it boil into this situation. So then it's like, damn, I'm sorry, like I fucked up.
I don't think none of them saw it boil into this situation. To be honest with you,
No, hell no.
I think they just drunk, young, intoxicated, don't know what the fuck going on, and
with emotions.
Someone said one thing and it turned into a situation where this motherfucker can go to jail, and he's like, "Well, I ain't going to jail because I ain't do it." And you got another person who's like, "Well, you done fucked on a couple of my
That's
people
what I'm
that I didn't
saying.
talk to."
It's so layered, and
I know that he probably might have didn't do it, or he might have done it, but I'm gonna plead the fifth. It's so much shit going on, and that's why it's sad for our community, because it's like, God damn, dude, why is this a top fucking story?
Everywhere,
because it's a black woman.
We might send an innocent black man in jail, or we might not. We might send a man that is guilty and let him get off. Because I'm not confident that he didn't do it, to be honest with you.
That's very true.
And I'm not confident that he did do it. But I can't trust none of the three people that's talking right now, their arguments. All of them that lied.
Yeah, so we left trying to navigate through
to the
lies.
Public. Yeah, trying to navigate through. And we can make assumptions and believe, and I done been plenty wrong when I think everything leads up to this, and it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
We done all watch movies like, oh, this gotta be the motherfucker that's done this, and all of a sudden it's like,
you be the person at the very beginning, set the tone the whole way.
Ain't no fucking way this is the...
Been right next to him the whole time.
Like, I was just watching that Netflix movie, A Percent, whatever it is. The goddamn about Invisible Man.
Right.
Yeah, and then the fucking wife. She didn't want to kept on kidnapping kids, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I didn't know she was still doing it.
Yeah.
The whole time I thought it was the two dudes, but it was really her. It's like, damn, just tell the fuck... Especially if you plead the fifth and they can't take charges on you.
But see, that right there was the part that confirmed what I always thought that happened. When she got up there, for one, asked for immunity before she went on stage to testify. Now, mind you, she's not on trial. You are a witness to verify that two other people in altercation that you didn't have nothing to do with. According to both of them came out publicly and said you didn't have anything to do with the altercation. But you go to court and say, hey, I need immunity. And not only do I need immunity, or I ain't gonna testify, but when I do testify, I'm going to answer half of the questions would I plead the fifth, and about a third of the questions would I can't remember.
And see, that's why I'm confused. If both of them said she ain't have nothing to do with the situation, then that means she wasn't the shooter at all. If both of them say she ain't have nothing to do with the situation, that means both of them say she wasn't the shooter.
Goes back to Tory line.
Right, but again, you got to look at the reason again, and I understand y'all right. Like from a regular perspective, that would make sense. But Tory is a street nigga, so he cannot come out and say, which is why the only thing he's ever said is I didn't shoot her. But he can't come out and say, oh, Kelsey shot her.
I get what you're saying.
You a street nigga. You in court snitching on a woman. His career is definitely over at that point.
Well, then he can't say. Then we can't say what you just said before. He never came out and said that she didn't have anything to do with the situation. Because if he came out and said she didn't have anything to do with the situation, street nigga or home nigga or whatever, I don't even want to use the N-word. Home man, street man is null and void. If you say that person had nothing to do with the situation, I don't care what kind of person you are, you're saying that they were not involved in the shooting?
Well, let me correct it, because he didn't say she didn't have anything to do. He commented under an Instagram post to where somebody said, "Oh, Kelsey had the shooter."
But he
commented under there and said that's not true.
But here's the problem with that part. They're saying that wasn't even him.
Oh, damn. Well, in that case,
it was
then,
like a fake page or something.
They're saying that was a fake page, and the person that said that it was him, the prosecutors brought in a fake.
Oh, what?
A person, not a fake, a person that's qualified as a celebrity tracker or whatever. And the person that said I'm a celebrity tracker said the way I know that it was him is because he had a blue check by his name.
Anybody can.
That's the way.
Blue checks.
That's the way I know that it was Tory.
Okay, yeah. Well, in that case, I don't know. That was the only bill that I was gonna try to shoot them.
That's what is happening if you follow, the Lord, whatever it is. But we had that shit happen all over Twitter recently. You can still do that shit on Instagram
right now.
You can do whatever. So I mean, it's not gonna hold up too much in court. So
yeah, so it's a wild situation because for Tory, which is what people say. Well, why you don't just come out and say who said it? Well, he would if he didn't claim to be what he is. You can't claim that you're a street nigga and then come out and snitch on a woman for shooting somebody. That is crazy. Like, that would be worse than him coming out and saying, I shot Meg. His career is over. If he gets on that stand and testifies and points the finger, she did it, his career over.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
What?
No.
Oh no.
Tory is in my eyes. Tory is not
crazy.
Tory is not looked at as a street dude.
Yeah, but he claims that.
But he's not looked at as like that. Tory is looked at as an R&B artist. There's no way in the world that people look at him as Young Gunna, Young Thug. I mean, say Young Thug, Gunna, Young Thug, or a Nipsey, or a goddamn Boosie, or a goddamn. He ain't even on 6ix9ine level. He is just a straight up R&B artist.
Okay.
He is not looked at as a street dude.
You know what? Let's go with that hypothetical. Let's say he is just an R&B artist.
Yeah.
If he gets on that stand and points out a woman, she shot him.
It wasn't me.
His career is over.
It's
over.
I don't think
but
so.
Is it snitching or is it the truth?
I don't think so.
Snitching.
I don't think so. I don't think his career
I was telling the truth, snitching.
It's over.
I don't think his career is
If
over.
I had nothing to do with it, it was right there.
You're right.
Can you tell me what she's wearing?
I think-
yes, sir. She's wearing the blue blouse with the black pants.
Blue panties. They smell like roses. As a matter of fact.
When I say they gonna clip that in front, his career is over.
I don't believe so,
Oh,
because
no.
he's not looked at as one of the persons that's like in
That's
the
what I'm
streets.
saying.
He's
Now, Gunna,
crazy, bro.
Gunna,
well,
yeah.
I know it's a different topic, but
Well, y'all slow
that's-
down. Y'all
I know,
getting
but I'm
ahead
just
of
saying that's a
yourselves.
different situation. You see, immediately when that happened, all types of shit was going on. But if Tory would do that,
Yeah, hell no. Hey,
I can't firmly say that.
I'm on trial for shooting a woman, and I'm on.
And I
I'm
didn't
an
do it?
R&B artist. That's what I am.
But aggressive.
He never said I'm a
R&B
rapper.
artist,
He
'cause
said
he
I'm
had a
R&B
legend.
artist.
Hey, nah, he claims to be a rapper too. He does. He puts out rap
Yeah.
albums.
Yeah.
Half rap, half singing, some all
He
rap.
is known as R&B. And when you put on genre,
He done knew like the rap.
He is
soul,
R&B.
No, not rap soul, but
He's saying just as much as Drake do.
if he was to point out goddamn a female on the goddamn say, hey, I didn't shoot it, it was him, he would not lose his career.
so
We
B,
gotta
you telling
disagree
me
about that.
You telling me if you was in that situation and you know damn well
I'm
you
not a
didn't
street
shoot the
nigga,
gun.
bro. I'm not a street nigga. I don't claim to be that. That's
Okay.
my situation. But even if I am in that situation,
What you do?
I'm gonna feel weird getting up there and point out a woman.
Shit.
So you would take the L or possibly
No. But again, I'm not taking no L because he moving the way that he supposed to be moving. Meg done dug a ditch for herself, and he's seeing this going into it, so he feels confident.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, I'm good. All I gotta do is prove reasonable doubt. She did it for me."
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she would have shut up, then we would have seen a little more pressure on his, shoulders. Then who knows? But he came into this case absolutely confident, bro. That's why you see him in clubs and running around acting a fool, fighting niggas outside. You think if he really did, again, I don't want to get my assumption.
That's hurting his case.
I think Tory is fucking stupid too.
Yeah, that's hurting his case.
He is, but I'm not speaking to validating the actions. I'm speaking to the mindset. If I really felt like I'm going to jail, I would not be out there getting in no more trouble, fam.
Hell no.
But
I'd be at the crib.
cool, but you also probably wouldn't be offering a woman $1 million to not say anything.
Allegedly. Offering her $1 million.
Kelsey said he did offer me something, but I didn't take it.
She said he mentioned it, but he didn't offer me explicitly.
But he mentioned it. If he mentioned it, that means he offered it.
He didn't offer.
Come on, fam.
That's her words.
So
That's not
come
mine.
on, B. So if you were to mention something, what do you think? What does that sound like?
I got $1 million, man.
Come on, B. Come on, dog. Come on. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, dog.
I'm just saying.
We're not going to do that, dog.
That's her words. That's not mine.
So you saying he didn't come out and just say, like, if you be quiet or if you shut the fuck up, I got $1 million for you. All he just said was, I got this.
No, I'm not saying anything. That's what she said.
That's what I'm saying.
She said he did not explicitly offer me any money. Those her words. She said, and on top, she said it in the September interview and in court recently.
She said he mentioned it.
Yes,
but he didn't offer it to me. So again, in court, it's about plausible deniability, and Tory has done a hell of a job. Masterful job of maintaining plausible deniability, even with the social media shit. How y'all know that was me? Plausible deniability.
That is true. But to say that he's a street nigga and not supposed to say anything and not point out a female if he didn't do it.
He can't snitch on no.
I don't agree with that. I think that's just an ego problem right there.
Nah, bro. That man.
Because he is not known. Nobody knows Tory as a street dude.
Tory claims to be a street dude, fam.
And nobody knows him. You can claim to be whatever you want.
What is he?
You was not claim. Come on, dog. Nobody looks at Tory as a street dude.
What you mean?
You a blood, Crib?
Oh, I'm not sure what the gang.
Nobody looks at Tory and say, "Oh, he a street dude." They look at 6ix9ine and say he a street dude before they look at Tory. They look at 6 Lack as a street dude before Tory.
Who is 6 Lack?
Black.
Black. Black. Whatever his name is. They look at him as a goddamn street dude before Tory. Chicks Tape, that is an R&B album.
True.
He makes R&B albums.
He makes rap albums too.
No, he makes R&B albums.
He makes rap albums too.
Come on, fam.
Told you, bro. He's saying just as much as Drake do. Literally.
All he do is sing.
No, he raps as well.
No, he makes rhymes. He makes poems.
My God, no.
He makes poems.
You ain't listening to his rap albums.
That's what he does. He makes poems that turn into lyrics that are based towards R&B.
We are arguing a mute point. Let's get back to the situation.
You saying
if you are a jury member,
yeah,
and the evidence that you've heard thus far
from other people,
would you feel comfortable convicting this man of what they're accusing him of?
No.
As of right now,
yes.
It'd be a mistrial.
No, I wouldn't. I would not convict him.
Especially if I'm going off the science.
If I'm going off of what I've heard, but I'm not in there, you get what I'm saying?
I get you.
Because
it could be some pieces that we're not
bias. There's bias. Even if you don't want to be biased, there's biased opinions out there.
Okay.
We're hearing words out of another person's mouth instead of directly from what's going on. Because I done heard the same words out of another lawyer's mouth that tells a totally different story. Mm-hmm. From a woman's side, that tells a totally different story from the lawyer side. You know,
right.
the lawyer of the workers. Mm-hmm. It tells a story, and I'll be like, God damn, that's crazy on that side. So it's like, if I'm not in there, it's hard for me to give my opinion on what's going on because I don't really know the fucking facts. And if I keep on giving my assumption of what's going on,
then you add into the issue.
I am. I really am.
Boy, it's good, man.
Whether I'm good about it or I'm bad about it, I'm really adding on to the issue.
That boy's good, man. Yeah. In my case, it's no way in hell that I could convict him.
But I couldn't convict him right now. No.
I mean, it's no way in hell.
Too many liars.
That's just what it is. So I think, which is why I said what I said. Tory's up 30 points right now, and it's not even close. Even though they played that tape today. It's a mute point. She admitted to lying on the tape the day before, so that kind of washes everything she says on there, and it's going to chalk her as an unreliable witness, which is ironic because that's their star witness.
If there's too many holes in the story.
That's what I'm saying. So this is what the prosecution banked on. Hey, this testimony is what's going to close the door on this shit, and she's the most unstable witness in trial history. Mm-hmm. According to the stuff that we done heard so far.
Also, I think too what's a little bit key is I read that it's not Tory versus Meg in court. It's Tory versus like the state of California or whatever.
It's versus the people.
Prosecution.
You could. When you in court, when you're doing jury duty, it's what you can prove. You are innocent until proven guilty. You're not guilty until proven innocent. You are innocent until proven guilty. You have to sit up there and tell me, hey, if I'm sitting in this chair and you got to paint the picture for me. Mm-hmm. And what I see right now, none of y'all know what the fuck going on.
Yeah, because the prosecution is the one that brought the charges.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's like, because y'all brought the charges, y'all have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this man did what y'all accusing him of doing.
And it's hard without any video evidence.
Right.
That this is the person that, and that's why they paint. The story of what's going on.
Right.
A lot of people are mad about, hey, why y'all bringing up who she had sex with or whatever? Okay, well, this is why the argument started. Mm-hmm. We can't say, argument started. And then you're going to say, why argument started? Why were they arguing? Just for no reason? Well, the argument started because certain people had relations with certain people. Well, why they had certain relations? Who was fucking who? Well, certain people was fucking certain people who. And that's how the whole story goes on. But a lot of people on Twitter don't understand that. They just say, you bringing up her sex history. You don't care about that. No, this is how you do in court. A lot of y'all ain't sitting goddamn jury duty before.
It's very important.
Y'all just think whenever somebody say, you guilty, it is what it is. Until you on a goddamn trial and you trying to fight a goddamn ticket. And you're like, hey, this cop pulled me over for no reason. Oh, what, he gave you a ticket? I guess you guilty. No, motherfucker, he just gave me a ticket for no reason.
Yep, you ask everything. They definitely ask you, especially if it's somebody that you had sexual relations with, they definitely want to know.
You got to give the whole fucking story of what happened and prove to the jury that this person is guilty.
They doing a horrible job of it.
They are.
Let's just be honest here. Which is why I said what I said. And then when I said what I said, of course, Twitter back, it's a bunch of backlash. It's a bunch of misogyny, a bunch of he hates black women, a bunch of this, that, and the third. And that right there is my issue. I'm going to ask the same question here that I asked there. If everybody's lying, all parties are lying, right? How are men weird or wrong for believing Tory instead of Meg, but y'all can believe Meg over Tory, and y'all are perfectly normal in doing that?
I think the problem, are we saying women?
Correct.
Or men and women?
No.
Either or?
No. It's a, right. Women? Yeah. Either side.
I think the problem is they're stuck on the fact that she was shot, and it's proven that she was shot.
Yes.
Cool. We can agree with that. I'm not saying that's a tragic situation. She was shot.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That is fact. So whoever says she wasn't shot, you fucked up. You're wrong. Right. She was shot. That is proven.
She definitely was shot.
But her pointing out a certain individual and not knowing or believing or having proof that it was that certain individual is where it throws me off.
That's it.
Because I could have been walking down the street.
That's it.
While they were arguing.
And everybody was drunk.
And she could have pointed me out and said, he shot me. And you gonna believe her. And I ain't even had no goddamn gun on me.
Which is my issue.
Because then I'm like, if I'm Kelsey, Kelsey, if you weren't involved in it, how in the hell did you get gunpowder residue on your hand? So much. If you was on the opposite side of the car.
I don't know if they said who had the most. I know the defense asked who had the most. Mm-hmm. And it took them like 30 or 45 seconds for them to try to flick through pages. And the defense was like, you know what? Never mind. Cut it. And everybody in the courtroom was mad. Because he's like, hey, you know what? Don't even worry about it. So I think that they say the defense knows who had the most gun residue on them, but it was like a gang type thing.
Wow.
The other thing is that it was 3 people in the car. Mm-hmm. So if Kelsey had no, Meg was out the car.
Well, yeah, by that time, yeah,
so it was 3 people in the car.
Right.
So if Kelsey had on her, was it Qua? Why didn't he have any on him?
So that mean the gun was just on the seat?
And wait a minute.
And if he reached out the car to shoot at her,
wouldn't that be?
The powder would be on the outside of the car.
Like it's mind blowing, man. It's
Meg's own words when she testified. When I turned back, my back was turned. I turned, look over my left shoulder, and I seen Tory standing over the passenger door, firing the gun. They asked her, did you see Kelsey anywhere? No, I didn't see Kelsey anywhere when he was holding the gun, pointing it at me. So going by her words, if Kelsey was nowhere near him, how does she have gunpowder on her hands?
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
It's a crazy event, and it's sad that it's happening because somebody did get shot, and
But going off Meg's story and Kelsey's story, that would make Tory the shooter. Technically. Because you just said if Meg turned around, didn't see Kelsey, but she saw Tory, allegedly, Kelsey said she was on the other side of the car when she heard the shots ring out. So if that was the case, then that's how you can put Tory.
but here's
So wait.
Not saying that he did it.
no.
But let's go by that.
I'm just saying put.
How did Kelsey get
into
gunpowder
perspective.
residue?
I know. That's my own. I know.
Explain that.
I know.
Mother can explain
'Cause-
that.
I know that part.
Because if that's the
Gunpowder
point,
from the other side of the car, I ain't never seen
That's
that
what.
before.
Yeah.
that means the driver would have gunpowder on him too.
More than her.
Should have. No, but trust me, I get that. I'm just
So
saying,
you
like,
could-
with them two telling that story, it makes it as Tory was the person. But then,
honestly, I
you get
wish
into
Meg
it,
wouldn't have pointed anybody out. I wish she would have just said, "Hey, it's either one of them two motherfuckers.
I can ride with that.
One of them shot me."
That's it.
I can ride with that.
So them duke it out. Whoever
Or
did it.
all I know is I was shot.
Yep. And I want both of them to go to court.
That'd have been my only issue this whole time. My only issue. I've never said that, I never tried to belittle her injury, anything like that, even though she was twerking 3 days later after the kid shot. But that's neither here nor there, right? What I'm saying is this. Tory didn't do it. That's been my only stance. And like I said, how am I wrong if we got the same inconclusive, confusing ass evidence? How am I wrong for coming to the conclusion that he didn't do it, but y'all are right in coming to the conclusion that he did? Mm-hmm. That's my only issue. And again, that's where women's emotions come in. And this is what we talking about. Y'all weird, y'all this, y'all that. Just a bunch of emotional bullshit. Because it's not realistic. Y'all want a motherfucker to just blindly believe women like women don't fucking lie. She's clearly lied. She's told about 12 of them by my count. Now, I lost count around, so it might be more. But she told at least 12 that I can count. And I ain't never seen a motherfucker get shot and not vividly remember every single thing leading up to it. As a matter of fact, they say time slows down when these things happen. Your light flashes. You see this, you see that. You get to thinking about shit. Like, you are very aware of what's going on and what it is that I see. It's just too many inconsistencies, especially on top of the fact that she said that she was not drunk. Well, if you're not drunk, how do you have so much problems remembering shit that happened not only during that instant, but just leading up to it, before you was even drunk, during the pool, this, that, and the third? How are you lying and saying that there was no altercations when Kylie and these people are saying, yeah, it was altercations, and yes, I had to kick them out of my house? Lying for no reason. That's you lying about, you went on national TV lying about having sex with the man. For what? For what? You could have easily said, look, man, I don't want to answer that right now. I don't want to put my personal business out there. You didn't do that. You chuckled. Oh, Tory? No, it's never been it. Why?
That did happen.
Why? That's unnecessary.
She was young.
She was pressured to be on TV.
Y'all gonna get off of Meg. My style.
Just lying after lie after lie. You lied to the cops, admittedly. You lied about, not getting into no physical altercation with Kelsey. You lied about not arguing with Tory at all. These are your words. You lied about these things. So how am I wrong for not believing you blindly with the statement that you make at the end? You done told 13 lies leading up to this, but the 14th scenario you present, I'm supposed to just ride with it. Explain to me in what other aspect of life does that happen?
That's been my only thing from day one. Even with all other stuff going on the outside, if your back was turned, you got 3 other people that's a part of the car. You outside the car. So we know you had nothing to do with it because you're the one that was injured. So how would you know who shot you if your back was turned? That's it. That's been my only questions from day one, which we still trying to find out. So,
and that's what I don't understand. She lying about shit that can be proven, which is why I'm surprised they hadn't drug Kylie to this damn courtroom to testify. Because he even lied about leaving and coming back. Why would you leave and come back? Your career right up the street. Why are you coming back for a damn slipper? And then when the prosecutor asks you that, I don't remember coming back. Well, that could be cleared up because I'm sure Kylie got cameras all around that damn house.
They ain't nothing to do with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Get somebody else to testify.
Kylie said, I don't want no parts of this ghetto ass.
All.
Y'all fucking my brand up.
At all.
But yeah, so, again, man, and again, I just want to put this disclaimer. I'm not belittling her injury. I'm not saying she didn't get shot. I mean, clearly the doctor came in and said, doctor's a professional. I ain't a professional. But again, you can't come out and definitively say he did it. And not only that, I want him under the jail for shooting me. When you can't even guarantee, you don't even know for sure. That's my only issue. And that's the problem that black men have just in society. When shit like that happens, they just automatically take their side. I remember when Zeke got accused of raping that girl. Mm-hmm. Man, just suspend him, kick him out of the league. Text messages come out. This bitch plotting and planning on how to set him up. Quiet, silence.
She ain't get no jail time.
No, of course not.
None.
Nobody else had nothing to say. All the motherfuckers that was lock him up, put him in jail. Nobody had nothing to say after them text hit.
Nah, but we killed Tory though. When
I damn sure killed him.
When Meg, because at first when it came out, we was all like, what happened? It'll be bad. But then when she came out and said he did it, we was like, oh, cancel him. Damn near like on some, we went on that side. But then as more shit started to come out, it was like, well, hold on, hold on.
I called him guilty.
I did,
and that's where I fucked up at.
Without knowing all the details.
I apologize for doing that without knowing all the details, because that's what a lot of shit go on in the community with. I ain't gonna say black man. I say with any type of man. When somebody says, "Hey, you are guilty," and especially when it comes to a woman, because they are seen as the inferior individual, it's like, oh, we gotta believe her until you know what I'm saying, and that's what sucks about the whole situation, because some of them be honest and true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but other ones don't be, and it's like, damn. How can we, now we got to prove this. And we don't even get the whole story. We don't get to sit in the courtroom. We don't get to listen to what's being said. There's no video evidence. It's like, God damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what we are. If I had to bet some money on it, Tory's getting off. That's just what it is. And it's gonna be a very very interesting day online that day. But until this case is over, I think the judge say it's gonna be over with around Monday, Tuesday. They say that's gonna be the last days.
But I mean, I think he gonna get convicted for possession.
How can they prove it's his?
It was in the car.
Yeah, but Kelsey and Meg luggage was in the car too. Prove it.
They gonna find a way.
How?
I'm just saying they're gonna find a way.
And his DNA was not on the gun. Prove it.
Conclusive.
Which means it's not conclusive.
I think they're gonna find a way.
Prove it.
Even if he didn't, if he did, they're gonna find a way. He gonna get something.
I don't know, man.
Because they didn't spend all this money. The other side, they spent all this money on this trial, and lawyers and all that.
6 minutes.
I know.
This is what they came to see anyway. That's why I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? This is what they came to see. But I mean, we ain't gonna spend too much time on. Like I said, time is gonna tell, and when the time tells, I just want to hear Trill, you was right. That's all. That's all. Give me my fucking flowers, man. We gonna keep this thing moving. You know what, man? We gonna stay on Meg.
Oh,
this is another situation. We were speaking about sexual history, right? And Meg got on the stand and said some very interesting things. And we gonna kind of comment on this, right? So when she's on the stand, and the prosecutor the defense attorney, is asking her about sexual history, and because Kelsey made accusations that Meg snaked her a couple of times for men, and what that means is you intentionally trying to smash somebody that that your friend likes a lot, or that that your friend is on. Kelsey accused her of doing this 4 times, I think. So the defense attorney gets up there asking her about these things, right? And then she has to confirm that she has sex, because she can't lie under oath. I think Ben Simmons got confirmed. Tory got confirmed. The baby got confirmed. And like that or whatever. So Meg's in a relationship with a guy named Party Fontaine. And as she's on the stand, she's saying that, this is causing friction within her household, because he's embarrassed, quite frankly. And women on Twitter, man, if he, how y'all know that he ain't tripping on it? He just a real nigga. He don't care about her past sexually. How do y'all know that? And then boom, her getting on the stand saying that he's embarrassed by these things comes out the next, whatever. So I guess my question to y'all is, if y'all in his position, would y'all feel a way about all of these, accusations? Does a woman's sexual history matter?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I went back and forth with it for a little bit, and I used to. At one point, I was like, "It does matter," and then I was like, "It don't matter." But now I'm back on the other side. It does matter. It does, to an extent. Like, it can't be like embarrassing, because I understand that.
Isn't that subjective? Embarrassing?
Yes. So it's for me. Yeah, absolutely. It's very
which means you have to define what is embarrassing to you.
So if it's you got a tape of being passed around, something like that. If you are known to have X amount, like it's one thing because there are plenty of women who are on the low, very discreet, and are known to be out there, but they don't carry themselves that way. So I think those women kind of get a pass because they don't move that way. But if you just kind of out here reckless and really got a pass that everybody know about, as a man, that's kind of hard to just walk around and parade a woman on your arm when you know a lot of people didn't have her. Because just like women say, they don't want a man either that's been for everybody. Nobody wants somebody that's just been for everybody. Do we want somebody that's a little experienced? Yeah.
What's considered everybody? Is that subjective?
Embarrassing.
Subjective.
An embarrassing amount.
I'm going to say I don't want a woman that's been around my immediate circle.
That for sure.
If you just been, because I'd have been in the streets and I know my track record is terrible. So I can't.
You want to speak to it specifically?
Yes, my track record is terrible. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want a woman that's known to be passed around in my group. That's a no. Now, a lot of women can move from state to state. She could have been in Mississippi fucking around like a motherfucker and move to Houston and just be... Hey, I didn't have my fun in Mississippi. I come here and change my life. You wouldn't even know.
Yep.
You wouldn't know a damn thing.
Nope.
So that's where I'm stuck between what her history mean difference. I think the history only matters is if it gets out.
Yes. But even still...
Which brings up a brand new question that I have for y'all. Let's say this chick from Mississippi, y'all kicking it.
I was just about to say that.
Doing y'all thing. 3-4 years pass, whatever the case, y'all rocking. And then a tape that O spoke about finds its way on the internet, goes viral.
Did she know about the tape?
I don't.
We have to give it, because if she knew about the tape, then yeah, I would feel a certain type of way. But if she didn't know about the tape, then no, I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, hey, did you know about tape? No, I didn't know that he taped me fucking, because I didn't tape the.
Hold on. What did I do that? Wait.
The whole soundboard.
The whole soundboard. Wait. I wasn't even going there.
Yet. What I'm saying is, ain't no way you done made it 32, 33, 34 years of your life and not had a sex tape. One
My
or two,
point is,
or
okay,
3, or 4,
but I said,
or 5.
I said,
or 6.
had several, like, she was passed around in the room at one time.
She had a train ran on video.
One-on-one, you leaking that, we can sue for that.
Freshman year
in college,
train.
she had a train ran on her.
How you not know you got video?
Didn't know she. I mean, you could be. There's people that get roofied all the time, especially in college. You're young, drinking. You're underage. There's a lot of. You know how many people pass.
She was looking in the camera, kitty.
I mean, you can
I had variables. I had variables to the story. She was looking dead at the lens.
Hey, you could look in the lens and still be a zombie.
Okay.
I don't know if you ain't never been high or drunk. You can still
kitty.
be drunk as fuck and still don't remember what the fuck going on.
All
you ain't
right.
never been drunk and not remember what happened?
I'm not arguing with you. You got a valid point. That's why I stopped. I said, all right.
Cool. So what I'm saying is, if it's a if it's a situation where it's like that, like, hey, I see the video and it's like, dog, you really look fucked up. Like, you really don't know what the fuck going on.
She
you
don't look fucked up.
It's
She having a good time.
Woo! Come on, dog.
Look.
You're making variables about it. Y'all making variables. Y'all trying to fit y'all situation.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you talk about you in a dating game and you 30 years old, 32 years old, and you find a woman that moved from Mississippi to Houston And in Houston, she has no track record. She didn't change her whole life around. Like, she just straight solid to you. Ain't been with nobody in Houston, or might have been with one or two in Houston in 3 years, 2 years. And you find her, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, a fucking video come up. No, I'll be like, hey, what the fuck happened here? I'm going to bring it up. What the fuck is this?
But you're going to be embarrassed. So, like, how do you handle that embarrassment? You know what I'm saying? That's going to be an embarrassing moment. And it was, especially if it's national news. Your girl was out here fucking.
But that's you? That's not. Well, okay, let's put national news is that she had sex with multiple people. We're not going to say it's a train. We're not going to do that.
Correct.
Let's do the same situation.
You are correct.
If it's national news that, hey, she might have sex with multiple people. Cool. If it's me being the man that I am.
Hold on, really quick. In a short span of time.
What time? They never said a time. They just said that she had sex with certain people.
Especially the baby and Tori. That was supposed to be like day after each other. Allegedly.
We ain't gonna do that. We just saying that she had sex.
Allegedly.
We just saying she had sex with multiple people on the news. And if it's me being the man that I am, be like, okay, well, if I'm Meg and I'm Party, knowing I get bitches regardless, I didn't hit multiple women day by day.
But this your woman.
That is my woman, and it's the same. I gotta give her the same respect that she gonna give me because I know that she probably had fun in the younger days. She probably did sleep with the baby. This is the music industry. It's the entertainment industry. Regardless of who you are, you're going to be hanging around the same amount of people with money that live in the same lifestyle you live. That's probably fun, that do the same thing that you enjoy to do, which is rapping, singing. You got the same hobbies. Y'all might connect. I might hit the same, her friends. I might have. If I'm in her same shoes, Party, just brought up that Party out here fucking all, and she didn't fuck so-and-so, not her best friends, but people she know. I mean, you got to give people the same kind of benefit, the same kind of, I guess, grace to say, okay, yeah, she in the industry. This is how the industry is. I don't expect her to be a virgin when she came into it. I don't expect her to just come in here and not have sex with nobody.
I'm judging.
She got 3 bodies on the list.
I'm judging.
Party, Tori, and Benson. That's what they brought up, right?
And
there was a 4.
No, the baby.
No, she got. Oh, okay, so 3 bodies because we can't put Party in there.
Right.
So we got Ben Simmons, the baby, and Tori. That's 3 bodies.
The baby, Tori, G-Eazy, Trey Songz.
No, we're not confirming those. We only do the ones we confirm.
We ain't? Okay.
No, don't bring up no alleged. Don't bring up no.
It ain't gonna be nothing alleged about what I'm about to show you. But continue talking.
We ain't gonna bring no alleged. Don't bring no alleged up. We're gonna say
nothing alleged about what I'm about to bring up.
We heard Ben Simmons, Tori.
From the trial.
From the trial.
Correct.
And the baby.
From the trial, B.
From the trial.
I mean, it ain't gonna be nothing alleged.
They don't mean that.
What does that say? What does that say? What does that show?
You know how many times I did that on the regular?
Show me what it is.
You know how many friends I did that with?
Come on, fam.
Y'all gonna sit here and say that this?
You know how many friends I done did that with?
I will get up and walk out of there right now. What?
That's a regular night.
That dude look gay. I thought he was gay, to be honest.
Y'all boys is good. Y'all good. I
thought he was gay, to be honest with you.
Y'all are good.
You tell me gay dudes don't be doing that to the girls?
That dude is not gay.
Oh, I thought
that's a rapper. G-Eazy.
Oh. Maybe he did.
Exactly.
Okay, Jeezy, that's 4 people.
Trey Songz.
We don't have no like.
You didn't see the video in the strip club on him?
She was dancing on him?
No.
And she was another belligerent time. She was
dancing on him. Was she fucking
drunk and belligerent again?
Was she fucking him? Or was she dancing on him?
No, she was just tonguing him down, trying to. He pushing her away.
Oh, well, they didn't do
throwing yourself all over. You didn't do that away in public because there's cameras out that caught it. But you know that's
so we're assuming things.
Right, we are assuming things.
Your girl, no. We are going by what the video show. You see your girl in the strip club trying to tongue her down, and he like, man, get your ass.
He turned her down.
What is you on? And she just keep coming.
I see he turned her down.
Yeah.
You gonna be proud of that on your own?
That was before me.
That was before me, B.
Come on, fam. We ain't gonna do that, B.
I ain't doing nothing. I'm asking questions. I ain't answered yet. Yeah, but y'all finish. I'm just saying, I'm looking forward to answering. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that's not the type of man I am. I'm just gonna be honest. If I didn't hit 60, 100, 200, 300 women in my lifetime and only 4 come out, cool. She did what she did before me. What did it happen while I was dating her? That's my question.
How do we know?
How do we know? Did it happen while I was dating her?
Because she hit the baby while she was with Tori.
Yeah, but did it happen while I was dating her?
And context, because since we're going to use her scenario, then we got to use all the accusations that's brought against her, right? Not only did she just have the sex with the men, but she snaked a homie to have the sex with the men. So I ask again, does that not factor in how you view this woman that you walk around with so proudly?
Nope. If I didn't ask her about it, unless I asked, hey, did you fuck the baby? And she said no, and it comes out, hey, you did, then I have a problem with it. If I say, hey, did you hit Tori? And she say no, and later on I'm like, oh yeah, I did, then I have a problem with it. But if it's out of nowhere, story brought up, Meg Thee Stallion has had sex with Tory Lanez back in 2018. I was never talking to her. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. Come on, dog. We're not about to do that, bro.
True. But let's say you never ask her about these. You don't ask about her past, but in the trial, it comes up with you messing with these guys and how you came about messing with them through the friend. Mm-hmm. Does that change your perception of your girl?
Nope.
That nigga's holy in the
that is not my friend. Your girlfriend is not my friend.
That boy is good.
Your
But you don't think those actions would translate to how she would be with you?
Nope.
If she would do that to her best friend?
Nope.
Y'all just met.
Nope. Because a lot of niggas would cheat they homeboys better than they cheat their women. They would cheat on their women instead of going behind their man's back and sleeping with their best friend girl. They'd rather cheat on a woman than sleeping with their best friend girl.
Yeah, but she doing the opposite. She's snaking her best friend.
But she's not sleeping with party best friend. She's not sleeping with party best friends.
But she's sleeping with her best friend.
She's sleeping with her best. That has nothing to do with me. What goes on between you and your best friend, that ain't got nothing between me and your relationship.
Okay.
If you were doing me correctly, if you were honest to me and trustworthy to me, and I can trust you, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
So you telling me that just in general, your woman can be like a liar to other people, as long as she's truthful to you, it's cool.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. Why are you lying to them? Hey, why are you lying to your best friend? That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
My nigga is Saint. I gotta give it to him.
How much is facts?
No, and again, I ain't. Hey,
because I know a lot of niggas that's faithful to their homeboys, but when it comes to their girl, they are untrustworthy.
Yeah.
This is facts.
Yeah. No. If it's me, no. Hell no. Hell no. Credibility, character, things of that nature matter. If these accusations come out that I'm hearing, and you stamping because you are under oath and you have no choice but to stamp them, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look at you different. If we together and a tape comes out, a train getting ran on you, I'm gonna look at you different. Let's just be honest. You're not gonna tell your man that. It's just not gonna happen, right? So when the tape comes out, it's gonna be new to me. I'm gonna look at you. You're gonna have that goofy ass look on your face. Now I'm embarrassed. This shit is all online. They're just quoting it, retweet. Damn, it's you, bro. That's your girl. Oh, that's crazy. Blah 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 blah. And then on top of that, all these accusations shit that we talk about. No, I would not feel proud to walk around with a woman like that on my arm.
But y'all saying a train, that's not what happened in this situation. There's no situation. We can't don't put train on the table.
Let's take the train out.
We talking about a woman with a
circumstances
sexual
in which you got most of your body. You snaked your homie. Okay. If you a snake your homie, you a snake me.
Time out. Okay.
That's how I see it.
Let's put it this way. Otis, your girl right now, she go to trial. For some reason, for running the goddamn traffic ticket. And somehow her sex history gets brought up.
Okay.
You leaving her because her sex history gets brought up during that trial?
Depending on what it is.
They say she slept with John that you don't know. She slept with Fred that you don't know. You just heard his name before. She slept with Frank. That she has 4 bodies that you don't know. 4 bodies in her 32 years of living.
Okay.
You leaving her because of that?
Yeah.
Was they her homegirls' bodies first?
That's what I'm about to say.
Did she
were
sneak
they
her homegirls'
friends? Were they all her homegirls' men?
That is relevant information.
That is vital information. Guess what? Because now she might try to shoot at you. I don't know that. If you didn't mess around with 3 of your best friends' men, what? Yes, Kenny. What is wrong with you?
That nigga.
Are you not? What?
That nigga.
Her best friend is not
1
saying-
plus 3 is 4.
She didn't say
that nigga optimistic.
she didn't say that she was sleeping around on her man. She just slept with her homegirl man.
That is fucked up, Kenny.
That is, but it wasn't. She didn't cheat on her
So
man.
why would I want her on my arm for her to possibly do that to me?
How would she do that to you when she didn't do it to her other previous man?
No, she do it to me.
How
yet.
do we know that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Right.
If you a snake your homie, what you mean?
She
what
didn't
you
do it to
gonna
me
say?
yet.
Nah.
Kenny.
So what you're getting at is
Kenny.
If you
Kenny.
if you didn't cheat on your woman,
No,
that means
Kenny.
you would cheat on the next woman.
Kenny.
That's what you're getting at.
Kenny. Okay, check this
Character,
out.
man. Character.
I have y'all my boys, and I have other friends as well. If you knew that it was 3 or 4 of my other partners that I was taking money from them or stealing money from them, you telling me you would still look at me the same way and keep me in the circle and think about me in the same way?
No, time out. No, because those men that have nothing to do with our circle. That's where y'all getting confused. The women that she's sleeping with, the man that she's sleeping with, have nothing to do with y'all. Have nothing to do with y'all circle.
But it's still me and it's still my character, and you're involved with me.
It's not a good situation, bro. That's not a prime.
That's the exact situation.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Explain it again.
Because it's someone that's not involved right here.
You done showed terrible credibility
Time out,
in
say it
dealing
again.
with them outside people.
Time out. Say it again.
So I'm just saying I snake my outside group. Charles, Justo, D, all my niggas, I done stole money from them. But I'm over here kicking it with y'all, kicking with y'all. And you saying that you would still keep me close and look at me in the same way, regardless of my past.
I think that's the difference because I'm not dating you.
But that ain't the point though. It's about my character.
Oh, so you're saying if you snake so you're saying okay, you and B are best friends, but B doesn't know me. Because that's what we're gonna. B doesn't know because Party doesn't know. He might know Kelsey, that's his best friend, but B knows me and you as best friends, and you snake me. Then that means B has
2 other people.
B has no. He can't trust you, but y'all are dating.
I snaked 2 other people.
I guess you got a point there.
I was about to say, I mean, goddamn.
But I think.
Come on,
I'm saying the character comes into question. It ain't about the woman. It ain't about necessarily our relationship no more. I'm judging your character.
But see, here's where I can't fall victim to that, because if we're gonna go that way with character, we all have homeboys that we know that then snaked their woman, the person that they love, and still come back and be with them. So your character is then what? Null and void. So how do I know that you wouldn't do that to me?
You aiding his point. And
yes, true.
This is how.
True.
Because
But why are we still boys?
no, because in that scenario, right, you would expect your homie to be more loyal to each other than it would his girl. And if that situation is flipped, I would expect the same thing. I'm new here. Y'all been knowing each other for how long? Freshman year, I think her and old girl been together. And you would snake her. I expect you to be more loyal to her than me.
Right.
Until I earn it. But you would snake her?
I'm brand new in this equation.
I don't have a fucking chance.
That's
So,
all.
No.
I hear what y'all saying, but I think that still plays a part in the character. If we're gonna go by,
It does.
If we're gonna go
It
by,
does.
if we're gonna say, hey, character voids everything, then I have to say, okay, well, I don't care what it is. If you didn't know them for 60 years, and I'm your best friend, and I see you do this to the person that you in love with or whatever it is you call your person, then I still gotta feel a certain way.
Yes. But I think we can go to the next topic. But
I think
the difference is.
I think I don't.
The difference
we
is.
We can't have a difference because if we're talking about character, regardless of how it is, it still plays a part on your character.
Yes,
correct?
we are talking about character, but the other layer that you're missing is it's your best friend. Guys that she was messing with. It wasn't necessarily her, so it ain't your girlfriend. It's my girl, her friends. Like I'm knocking all these women down behind her back, and they're close to her, and I'm close to her. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I get exactly what you're saying. It is bigger.
That's it.
It is bigger.
That's all I'm saying.
but still, character
what she
still plays
said.
a part.
That's what she
in it.
said.
It does. It does. I'm not gonna argue that.
So
I ain't gonna argue that. But okay,
I might have been a little wrong, but still.
It's all good.
I might have been a little
Great
wrong.
dialogue. Great dialogue.
I think
Great
almost made me
dialogue.
get up from this chair if he'd have said, "No, I wouldn't judge him no different."
I might have been a little wrong. I might have been a little wrong. I might have heard it. Might have heard it opposite of what was coming out of his mouth. Edit that person out.
Edit that part out. Take all that out. Good. Hey, loyalty. Y'all provided a hell of a transition.
Good. Loyalty.
I'm just gonna play a clip. I ain't even gonna introduce it. I'm gonna play a clip, and then we're gonna unpack the clip and the context behind it immediately after I play it.
After each statement, whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Okay, man.
YSL the gang must end.
Mic check 1 2. Hold on, let me turn my headphones back up. That video was a little loud. Y'all pardon me. But we back. I just played a clip. Sergio Kitchens, otherwise known as Gunna, was recently in court. Now, mind you, he's been in jail for approximately a year or so. Got swept up in the YSL RICO indictment, in which they got Young Thug, him, and I think 26 other participants in the YSL gang. Now, he's been in jail, awaiting trial and things of that nature. But I guess he got tired of being in jail, and they offered him a plea. Now, in this plea, he had to admit to some things. In that video, that was some of the things that he admitted to. One being, judge asked him, "Hey, is YSL a record label and a gang?" He said, "Yes, ma'am." He said, "So are you familiar? So you're acknowledging YSL is a gang, and you are saying that you're familiar with some of the criminal acts that this gang has inflicted on the community?" "Yes, ma'am." So then she goes to ask him, "Well, okay, well, in your opinion, do you feel like this YSL gang has to come to an end because of the harm and, damage that they've inflicted upon the community?" "Yes, ma'am." So this clip hits the timeline right now. First, we just got the news that Gunna got released. So everybody was like, "Oh, that's a bet, man. Let's get it rocking, man. We back, da.
But even still, some people was like, hold on.
Man, that's a bit early. Right? I wasn't even one of them people. I was green. I'm like, oh, damn, they didn't let my dog out, because I knew when they took him, he ain't got nothing to do with this, man.
Right.
He ain't out here, you know what I mean? Now, Thug, you know, he has a bit of a spotty history.
How do we know?
How do we know? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to convict free Thugger, man. You already know that's my dog. But I'm just saying, he has a history of certain aspects. Now, Gunna, So I'm thinking, okay, they just trying to hold him as long as they can to get him to just tell something. But, he was keeping it quiet. He wasn't saying nothing. He took his time or whatever. He's sitting there waiting on the trial like everybody else. And then, boom, Gunna's free. Whoa. Trial ain't nowhere close to being here. How is he free? So this clip hits the timeline. And it's announced that he has signed a plea deal in which they're going to give him time served for a year. And he has a 4-year suspended sentence. Meaning that, if he violates any, the agreement that he signed in this plea deal, commits a crime, gets caught with a gun, whatever, he's going to have to come back and finish this sentence, right? But a part of that plea deal in the small writing, a lot of people didn't read that. See, it was in the small writing. And they said that also part of this plea deal if we need your testimony
You gotta.
in any other, trials and things of that nature coming up in regard to YSL as a gang, you are obligated to come to the stand and testify. And you cannot plead the fifth unless
Damn, they said that? I thought
it's self-incriminating.
thought he didn't have to come in.
No, they said he has to come and he cannot plead the fifth unless the question is self-incriminating. Then he can. But if they ask him anything else in regard to YSL, he has to tell the truth.
Damn.
Or the plea deal is voided. Now, if y'all follow me on Twitter, I posted the plea agreement. And it said it in black and white, his signature on it and all type of shit. So, timeline going crazy. Is that snitching? Is that, whatever. His lawyer comes out and said, no, that's not snitching because the prosecution can't use anything that he said in his plea agreement to testify against other people with. That's what his lawyer says. Now, do I believe that? Hell no, I don't. Because the video came out and we heard him in HD, in 4K footage, Dolby sound footage, admit to YSL being a gang. And the thing about a RICO case is it is what they call it, racketeering,
Damn it.
something, a continuing enterprise, criminal enterprise, something like that. I'll go and look it up for us. Pardon me, I've been drinking a bit. But what the whole point of a RICO is saying that y'all have a criminal organization that y'all are using to commit an array of crimes. There's a leader involved in this thing, which they accuse Thug of being, and that, y'all are a group that consists of multiple people, and y'all are out here committing acts, continuous criminal activity.
The Racketeer Influence Corrupt Organizations
There
Act.
we go. So with Gunna coming out and saying, when the judge asked him, hey, is YSL a music group and a gang? And he says, yes, ma'am. Then he is confirming that the RICO charge is valid, which would be dry snitching. That's why I said when I said on Twitter, he was dry snitching. Because he's not necessarily pointing out, Thug shot the nigga, or Thug made the call and put the order in to get that. He's not necessarily pointing the finger yet. But he's dry snitching by admitting that YSL is a gang, which aids their RICO charge that they're trying to inflict on them. So that's my take on it. You got, and again, the timeline is split. Because Gunna is a very, very liked guy. Mm-hmm. He makes great music. You got to have people saying, no, that ain't necessarily snitching. Who he put in jail, he ain't told nobody. And then you got the other half who was like, yeah, that he telling. That's telling. You're not supposed to say nothing. He's admitting to things that he shouldn't be admitting to. He telling.
Because they said his lawyer came out and posted on Instagram or something and was like, no, he wasn't snitching or whatever. And then I was reading something else about he had it's called an Alfred plea, something like that. Something like, I'm going to have to read that up again. I don't know.
Yeah, so, but, essentially his lawyer came out and said that nothing that he said in this plea agreement can be used to incriminate others.
Right.
Now,
allegedly.
Now, and again, this is why I don't agree with it, right? Because when that clip goes viral, right, they got to have a jury to go over this case if Thug is going to take it to trial. That this jury is seeing this. So even though that they're not supposed to quote unquote acknowledge it, do you think that these people is going to listen to this man admitting to YSL being a gang and admitting to them participating in criminal acts and just let it go in one end out the other?
So the Alfred plea it's a guilty plea in which a defendant maintains their innocence, but admits that the prosecution's evidence would likely result in a guilty verdict if brought to trial.
But his case was that they found drugs in the car with him and Young Thug. So regardless, he was going to plead and say that that's not my drugs. So regardless if it was the case went to trial, he was still going to say, hey, that's not my drugs. Or now he's saying, hey, that's not my drugs.
So
that didn't even matter.
And they accept punishment, but they don't admit the guilt.
The guilt of being that it is his drugs.
Yeah, it said both the Alfred plea and the no contest are functionally equivalents of a guilty plea.
Yeah.
So he claims to be innocent with the no contest, but accepts punishment, but doesn't admit guilt either.
So he's saying that, hey, I'm not guilty, it's not my drugs. but
Like,
you
I'm-
found it. I'll take the punishment of what you want to give me, but
It
it's
wasn't
not
mine.
mine.
So I was there.
Yeah,
I might know some things,
You might know some things.
but I ain't got nothing to do with it.
yeah.
But I was there, and I know some shit might have happened.
What you still would have done if it went to trial,
But it wasn't me.
It's not my drugs. He still would have said the same thing, I think, or else it wouldn't have went to trial. He would have just said guilty.
I don't think so, because if it would have went to trial, he would have said that, sure, but he didn't have to admit to YSL being a gang.
Right.
He could just say, yeah, but we was
He said
riding,
it's a
man.
record label
They pulled us
and
over,
a gang.
drugs.
Well, I think
know who
they,
that's
I think
for.
they fucked him up when she said you agreed that YSL was a music label and
a gang.
And
They
that
put-
you're aware
they put
of
both
criminal
together.
acts.
And then after that, because he couldn't say, he could say yes, it's a music label, but no, it's not a gang. I think it was just a one word answer. I think that's what he was given by his
know,
lawyer. Say,
but-
hey, you give one word answer, yes or no.
But I said he probably had to.
And so all
They talked about that
They
before
said,
he
hey,
went
Of
off.
course.
they said give yes or no. It's not no. Yes, it's a music, but no, it's not a gang. He just had to say yes. So he could have said yes, it's a music label, but when you say gang, if they bring trial, is it a gang? No.
So does that create reasonable doubt if you saying just yes, ma'am? If they name two things, you just say yes, ma'am. Are you admitting that both are yes, or you just saying
You are admitting that, but everything
wait.
she said is true.
okay? Well,
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't fucking know.
But just okay. But again, we gon' these is drunk facts and drunk logic. From the outside looking in, would y'all classify that as snitching?
classified as truth telling.
Look here.
Was I there? Yes. Do I know what happened? Possibly. But it wasn't.
The way I
And
look,
that's the truth.
the way I look at it, and y'all my boys. But if you bring me into some shit, then they say, hey, is this your drugs? No.
Hey,
It's this. Look, why my mic so low?
I think that's only right.
All
though.
I'm saying is like we speak of this a lot in the black community. And niggas taking charges for people, and you got kids. Why are you taking charges for dudes and losing out on the lifetime with your kids? Why? To support a man that's not. He ain't gonna support your kids. He can't raise your kids. Now you raising a fatherless child.
I'd rather one of us be out than both of us be in.
I'd rather just say, hey, look, you fight your battle, I'm gonna fight mine. We know we both did the drugs. I'm gonna say it's not mine. You can say it's not yours. And we can go about it that way. We both probably going to jail.
That
But I
sound
know I'm
good.
gonna say it's not mine.
That sound good.
But wait,
Until they push them in an envelope.
Hey,
Hey, we know you probably didn't do it.
how they push it over?
is a Big Mac on it too? It's a big. I know you hungry.
We know you probably didn't
That's
do
the
it.
freshest Big Mac you
So-
ever smelled in your life.
So we're gonna offer you a light 5. Okay?
A light 5 is
A
crazy.
light 5. Now this other person, your boy done. That's what he said. Your boy done. So you might as well admit what you might as well
And they say you
tell
get
us what you know right
either,
now.
You either get 25 or a light 5. Now you gotta think about your family, bro. And
But wait,
You put yourself in this position.
Context. Because again, if Gunna was a civilian, y'all be 1,000% right. But he claims Rolling 60s Krew. He's on record. Him, Lil Baby, who else?
I don't give a
Quando
damn.
Rondo. He claims Rolling 60s Krew.
I don't give a damn. I
Just
don't give a damn.
context.
I don't give a damn.
Continue.
You label him as a snitch, and I'll be out here. I had to fight for my life outside of jail.
That's
but
true.
I'm gonna live for my life and protect my kids as long as I can if I get killed. But if I'm in jail, I damn sure can't protect my kids still, and I can't provide for them still, and I can still get killed in jail. Going to jail for 25 years is still like you dead.
That's the shit I don't like about this gang shit and this rules shit. It just instead of one person doing the 30 that they owe, you telling me that I gotta be your boy and do 12 just to cut your time in half on some shit that you really did?
Nah, that ain't it. What you got to do is you can't bury me in the process of getting out. Now we can go to
Okay.
trial, just like
Okay.
what y'all saying
Okay,
is
it's
right.
fair. Okay.
It would be nothing wrong with what y'all saying. Hey man, them joys ain't mine. Because at the end of the day, like we supposed to force the police to do their job. Neither one of us supposed to say nothing. Hey, do you know what? I don't know where them joys came from. I don't know. They not mine. Thug in the court interrogation say the same thing. Hey, they not mine. Do your job. Figure it out. But when you admit to some shit on top of that, hey, yeah, YSL is a gang. Yes, I'm aware that they commit criminal acts. When Thug is the quote unquote leader of this gang, and I'm putting a RICO charge on y'all, which carries a sentence of I think it's up to 30, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey fam, you want to be the leader? This what comes with being the leader.
Hey man, that's
just what comes with being a leader.
It happened with a lot of them.
Because here's what's gonna happen: they gonna get me and you. They gonna give us the same amount of time, and neither one of us could do anything. We ain't gonna do anything. They gonna give you 30, and they gonna give me 12.
But you can fight it at trial.
If it's a RICO, they gonna find. They already have evidence. Mm-hmm. They might not have enough to get the person that they want. Mm-hmm. They gonna get them a little bit.
But a lot of y'all motherfuckers connected in some kind of way.
But y'all connected. So either I'm gonna get you for a lot and him for a lot, or I'm gonna get you for a little and I'm gonna get him for a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. But guess what? Somebody's getting got. Regardless, I'm gonna get mine. I'm leaving it with something.
So look,
you're fucked up.
If I'm the foot soldier, I'm taking all the shots anyway. When I'm the foot soldier, you the leader. Mm-hmm. So now you the leader. The shoes didn't flip now. Mm-hmm. You the leader.
Kenny gonna hand that man out the drive.
You damn right. That's why I ain't in no fucking game. You got me fucked up. Especially if I got kids in the family. Hell nah.
Couldn't do it.
Hell nah. Hey, I'm gonna ride for this dude my whole life. Regardless, I'm gonna spend 12, 15 years in jail. This nigga get killed the first 6 months in jail. You still doing
suffering.
Now your kid's suffering. And they in there with you whenever you get ready to get out. I told you not to take the same path as me.
Couldn't do it.
What the fuck you think I'm supposed to do? I ain't seen you in a month of 16 years.
Right.
Stop playing these goddamn games.
And you already know how that shit go. Yeah, your boy, your daddy, he was a solid dude. I know he doing a bid, but he was a stand-up dude. So then they want to turn into their dad.
Your dad was solid dude. I can put you in the game with us. Come on, roll with us real quick. Your dad did it. What's up? And you sit in jail like, hey, don't do that, son. Well, hey, you did it, daddy. Why can I do it? That's how the fucking shit rolls.
Go back to the messenger and the message.
Yeah, man. Hey, I want to be known. If I gotta take the rat, if I gotta take the what they call it, the stamp of being a rat, fuck it. I'm gonna take it, but I'm gonna take it with the advantage or the knowledge of being like, hey, I'm about to protect my family. I'm gonna give them the best I can until they come and get me.
C69 out walking free.
Got a care in the world. Gunna too. I seen him at a game or something.
Yeah, you want to ask me? Hey, I'm a rat. Hey, fuck it, take me out.
Yeah, he was taking pictures with big smiles.
But my family gonna eat.
But again, I think the message that y'all relaying is beautiful. I agree. That's why we tell people all the time: stay out the streets, man. Get you a job. That shit do not pay off, man. You might be riding high for a minute, but when they give you that 20, they give you that 30. And you come out when you 50, just like Meech. We all love Meech. I love Meech. I respect the grind. I respect the hustle. But the fact is, Meech went to jail at 34, and he's not getting out. He went to jail in 07. He ain't getting out till 29. And he was 34 when he went in. So you do the math on that. That's what you looking at.
Coming out 56.
Fam.
For what? Well, Meech had decades of balling, but the typical drug dealer, for what, a 3-year run? 4-year run?
If that.
Like we.
And that's not high baller.
Right. Right.
Maybe pulling 100,000 in a year. You just might get 60,000 in a lump sum in 3 months.
So I be telling people, man, look at all these drug dealers and all these gangsters that y'all look up to. Don't just watch the movie and be just enamored with the money they spending and the cars they driving and the women they get. Pay attention to the length of the run. Mm-hmm. Go watch American Gangster. Look at Frank Lucas' run, 75 to 79. Then he did 25 in jail. Come out as an old man. Rich Porter, 3 years of hustling, 4 years of hustling. Legend. But 4 years of hustling and killed. Little brother kidnapped. Alpo, same situation. 5 years of hustling. Go do 20 years. Snitch, come out of jail and get shot. Like, look at the length of the balling time. It's not worth it,
You ain't
man.
got nothing
Shelf
in
life
3
short.
years. You know how much shit done passed in the last 3 years of my life?
You work
since I've been out of the military.
You work your ass off for 3 years. I can't say
And if you ain't never been to jail, dog, that shit is the worst, most depressing shit ever.
Fam.
Especially when you know you're
It's
above that shit.
cement and cement and cement
And cold.
and semen.
Boston George, legend.
It's nothing there.
Had a 5-6 year run. Went and did 20 something in jail. Now he's dead broke. Out here doing interviews for money. Legend.
Out there in there for 20 years just looking at hard dicks.
Freeway Rick. 4-5 years of balling. Went and did 25. Like I said, it's not worth it, man. Just get you a regular job, get you a degree, get you a craft or trade or something, and build that bread up the legal way, man. It's not worth it. So that's the situation in this. But as far as Gunna, like I said, man, I think it's dry snitching. But we gonna see if Thug decide to take this to trial, it's gonna get very, very interesting, and we gonna comment on that if that happens. But on that note, man, we gonna get into quick hits. We might not make advice column today. We're going to get the quick hits.
I'm snitching. I'm tell y'all right now. I'm snitching. They ain't got to bring me no food.
Everybody.
I'm going to bring the food to the interrogation room.
You got the Burger King. I
got Burger King. I got Popeyes.
Niggas be in that. Hey, nigga had his arms in this.
Inside the shirt.
Bro, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it, time. I ain't gonna be put in that situation. Be honest with you, you gotta be fucked up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call the cops on you.
Fam.
Hey, I know somebody moving some weight right now.
You say it's a $20 reward.
Making 10 and you got him.
You gonna take half off to get the nigga out. All right, man. Yeah, this quick hit is brought to us by B-Box, man. We're gonna get into a clip, man, that was sent to us 1,000,001 times. A man was on a date.
Oh Lord.
And a woman decides that she wants to order a little extra food.
Oh, I ain't see
to
this.
take home to the chillins. I'll play the clip, man. Ooh. Get y'all take on it.
She'd be ordering food for her kids that's at home.
So it's for my.
My bad. Hold tight. Let me get it together.
She'd be ordering food for her kids that's at home.
So it's for my kids.
Real kid.
Yeah, you owe me that.
And they with their daddy?
She said, "Oh man."
No, that is.
Oh my God! So
That's so.
go ahead and bring another steak and some potatoes.
Okay.
No, don't bring no potatoes.
Sesame seeds.
No, bring the check. I'm paying for my meal and your meal. I'm not paying
And
for your
my
kids' meal. No.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not paying for their kids' meal. No.
So you don't think you owe me after having me wait an hour and a half?
I told you I owe you. I owe you one. I'll take you out
Okay,
again.
and so you're gonna pay for my kids' food?
No, I'm not doing that.
Can you please go ahead and?
I'm not doing that. No. Hold up, beautiful. Hold up. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why you not
Listen.
Bring two, please.
What's her name, Kiera?
Bring 2 orders.
Why should I do that, Kiera?
Because you sitting right here on the date.
I was late to the date.
Can you bring 2 orders?
But I'm saying, why would I get her kids food? Why would I get her kids some food? They with their daddy.
She was right here.
Their daddy should be feeding
8
them.
and 5-year-olds eating steak with a side of A1 sauce.
She ate.
Fuck out of here,
Eating the
B.
same meal I eat. Nah, hell no. I'm straight. I'm cool. Don't put that on my bill.
Give him a
Don't put that on
steak.
me.
Make sure you put a side of A1 sauce as well. He
Yo,
paying for all of this today.
I'm not paying for
Yes,
all
you
that.
are.
No, I'm not paying for all that.
Yes, you are.
You gonna get her fired up in here?
She ain't gonna get
No,
fired.
I'm about to go back in the kitchen. You got me messed up. Bro. I'm about to tell her right now. No, for real. I'm telling her right now. No, you got me. I'm not paying for that. No, I'm not. I'm not paying for this food. I'm not paying for this.
She sat here.
He'd be ordering food.
I can't believe nothing no more.
It's definitely a skit, but let's respond as if it ain't. I don't believe nothing.
Can't
Every time I
believe
see
nothing
something
no
like that, I'm thinking skit. But you on a date
No.
with a young $10.
Fuck no.
Y'all eating good. First off, that ain't like a steakhouse, but that's neither here nor there.
No, that was like saltgrass or something.
Was it?
Maybe.
I don't know. This is like
Roadhouse.
the Applebee. But look, you on a date.
No.
Young tender.
No, dog.
Very attractive. You an hour and a half late to the date.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half late to the
I
date.
ain't showing up.
And then and you pull up. She been waiting on you for an hour and a half. You pull up. Y'all have a meal. Y'all have a great time. And then on the walkout, she like, hey, can you order my kids a meal.
No.
A steak, some taters with a side of A1 sauce.
You better not finish your meal and box that shit up to go. You ain't about to order no whole extra meal on my dime. No.
Ain't no way, boy. Hour and
No.
a half. Who waits an hour and a half? Who?
Nobody.
Who?
Nobody. There's no unless
hour
you
and a half for a
unless you
date?
desperate because you know you ain't got no food at home, and you was hoping that he paid for your food so you can eat and your kids' food. That's the only way I see somebody waiting. That's disrespectful. 30 minutes is disrespectful.
An hour and a half? Ain't no way, boy. I'm tired of these kids.
Tired of this shit.
Tired of this unrealistic shit.
Cause you know damn well somebody would have really. They was too calm. No.
And then you want me to pay? Dog, this shit is wild.
Let me ask you this though.
Everybody try to go viral.
Has a girl ever brought her child on a date?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Don't bring. Wait.
Would you allow that?
Wait.
Uh-oh.
I've had someone that brought a child on a date.
And you took care of them,
But it wasn't the first date. It was like the 6th date.
and you took care of it.
Yeah.
But you knew they were coming.
Yeah, I knew they were coming.
So, yeah.
She's like, hey, I got my son with me. I was like, okay, cool. Go ahead, bring him along. Let's go get something to eat.
And yeah.
It wasn't just like a pop-up.
Right.
Oh, my God. I show up and it's a little badass kid there. Little bald-headed, snaggletooth
Drawing on the
motherfucker sitting
tables
there.
and shit.
Oh, man.
They got
Drool down the
silver
side of his
teeth
mouth.
everywhere.
The fuck out of here. I would have said, no, that ain't me. Who you looking for? No, that ain't me.
They open up all the packs of sugar.
Yeah, nah. If a kid was there, it's because I agreed to the kid being there. Ain't no just pop up with. No.
No. Yeah, no food on my dime, though.
That was quick. I agree. I agree with the fellas, man. That come on, man. No, that's not happening. Like, why am I stepping into a stepdaddy role on first date? Come on, fam. It just ain't it, and that's the problem, bro. Like that, a lot of women have just such unrealistic expectations. Now, again, that's a skit, but I'm sure there've been some women to try to get that off. That inspired the skit.
And then that wasn't even for a kid. She asked for A1 steak sauce. Ain't no 5-year-old no damn steak sauce.
On the side.
You know, 5-year-olds like ketchup. That's a damn steak sauce.
Ain't no way, boy.
Oh, yeah, want some Kraft macaroni and French fries.
God damn it.
You make somebody wait
Chicken
an hour and a
nuggets.
half. Fam, if I know I'm gonna be an hour and a half late, I'm just gonna say, we gotta reschedule this. I ain't gonna be there.
I ain't gonna be here.
Get somebody else to do it.
Okay. So we know you've stood up, people. Have you ever been stood up?
Jesus.
I ain't never stood on nobody. I ain't never stood on nobody, dog.
You can tell me something I ain't know.
You ain't stood up nobody up?
I ain't never. You know, I'm an on-time motherfucking all of us.
You sure? What you just told us last week?
What I said.
You was supposed to meet up with somebody, but you overslept.
It might have been y'all.
See, so you more loyal to them. Oh, okay.
Oh, I damn sure will oversleep
Noted.
y'all asses. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
Why you lying?
I'll forget that damn time like a motherfucker oversleep.
No, but have you ever been, or has a girl
Purposely stand up somebody?
I know you ain't gonna purposely do it. What's the longest you've waited for a woman to show up? And did you like
question.
continue with the date?
Or did you have attitude when she got
Ah, shit. Let me see. When has it been a date where I've been at the restaurant and she's already been there? Because normally I go pick them up. So I think the longest I waited for somebody to come downstairs would probably be maybe half an hour. But I was already warned. Like, hey, I just got off of work. I just got here.
And you was already on that side of town.
Yeah, you know, I'm already moving around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know me, I'm an early bird. Hey,
Right.
I'm gonna get there anyway on time. Cool, I'll push it back. But being at a restaurant and wait, maybe 15 minutes is probably the longest.
Yeah. I say about the same. Yeah, I ain't never waited longer than that.
But an hour and a half, fuck out of here. I'm about to take 10 shots and wait till she get there and ask me where I'm at. I had an emergency. My bad.
Yeah,
Can't tip somebody else. Because that's just disrespectful.
Yeah, hour and a half is crazy.
Time is precious. And yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving. The next one. Doesn't matter how successful I am. I need a man. In all caps. Play this clip.
Single woman, I wanted you to know, like, no, I do need you. I do make my own money. I do have my own brand. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm all of that. But I still need you. Like, I think you're supposed to need a man. It's a design. It's a spiritual design. You know what I mean? So no matter how much money you make or how independent a thinker you are, how smart you are, how successful you are, it is designed for us to need each other. And at that moment when I wrote that piece, or that piece really came to me, I just needed black men to know that I'm here for you. We are here for you. Black women, there are plenty of black women out here who are waiting for you. We love you. We are born to pour into you. We were born to nurture, to protect, to comfort, to lift. One of my favorite lines in that poem says, I will pull greatness out of you. Like, I need you to know that that's a gift of mine. That is a gift of women, and black women in particular. We will pull that greatness out of you. And I think that's black men were forgetting that. And I needed to send that reminder. Single woman, I wanted.
So just because I'm successful, ain't got shit to do with the fact that I need my man. And I'm woman enough to admit that. I need it. I'm here to build you. I'm here to progress us. How important is the, aspect of being needed in your life today from a woman? Being needed by her.
You need me.
Damn, I didn't think you was gonna ask that question. I'm about to go somewhere else with it.
Well,
didn't answer the goddamn question, Otis.
So the route I was about to take was, I agree what she's saying, and it's definitely needed, and we need more of that. But just today, it's hard for a lot of men. I've always said before, men are confused out here. We don't know if I should stop and help you change your tire because you may say you got it, or you might cuss me out, or like. A lot of men have had bad encounters with women, black women in general. Women have had bad encounters with other women. Let's get that out the way. So as a man, like, you want to protect and you want to be there, but there are a lot of times where we don't know where we fit because of the encounters that we've had in the past. You'll come across a woman trying to help her out and then she'll be rude to you. Now, I'm not saying that all women are like this, but there are many occasions where men have tried to do something and it backfired on them. You open a door for a woman. I could open the door myself. I got hands. So it's like shit like that. It's like, all right.
A woman told you that before?
Absolutely. I got a hand at work. I can open my. Okay. Now I'm not going to change. I'm still going to be me, and I'm still going to be a gentleman. But there are men who all it takes is a couple instances, and they like, fuck all these women. And so now it's me against you. You need some help, I'm going to walk right by you. You need your tire change, I'm just going to keep on going. Or the way we got so much grimy shit going on right now, if you look on your neighborhood app, it's been plenty of times. It happened over here not too long ago. A woman truck had broken down or whatever. She trying to, it was a guy that was a nice civilian, stopped over to help her. Truck pulls up, robs him. Shit like that happens. This happened over here, B. So, like, people are afraid. Like, they don't know, especially men, like, bro, it's hard out here for everybody. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to expect. So I just think there's more uplifting needs to be at the forefront and more often. Because right now, it's men ain't shit. Men don't do this. Men don't do that. Men, like, y'all broke. Y'all dusty. It ain't nothing positive that much about men. And the moment somebody tries to take up for men, they're called a pick-me. Like, I don't know, man. You gotta be strong in who you are. You gotta be confident in who you are today, and you gotta separate yourself from the rest of the bullshit because it's rough, man. Especially with social media. Social media have you thinking that it's one way when it's not. You gotta put your phone down and go out there and live life. But the perception online right now is men ain't shit. It's not enough good men out here. Men out here not making enough money. Like, it's plenty of guys I see in good relationships. If you just go to the store and you just see people looking, it's perception is one thing, but still, like you see families together in the store. You go to the park, I see families at the park. I go Saturdays, I see families, youth basketball, soccer, whatever. I see a lot of families doing things.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. It's right now. It's difficult. I just wish it's just pushed to the forefront, because the more encouragement men get, the more powerful we can be. That's how I feel about it. And right now, it's one reason why suicide rates are so high. It's just so many different things, man. And we need our support from that woman. We need that. We need that push. We need that encouragement. You know what I'm saying? So that can help us go to the next level. Because right now, a lot of them just wander around, don't have no purpose, just lost.
Damn. Well said. Kenny, importance of being needed as a man to your woman. Like, hearing her say that, how did that resonate with you?
I think everybody wants to feel needed. I think it goes on both sides. Each side wants to feel needed. They don't just want to feel like they're just there just because. I feel like their purpose to be there is because you need them there, because you are the reason why they keep on pushing and keep on striving to do something good. I feel like everybody wants to be needed. It's just like in a friend circle. I feel like I need to be in this friend circle because I provide a certain amount of positivity to my friend circle, a certain amount of push that makes them want to go harder or be better, or make them challenge themselves to be better than me or as good as me. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody needs to be needed. But I think a lot of people are stuck on the fact that they don't need anybody. In a sense of, if you're not in a relationship, then you don't need anybody. I think you still need somebody without being in a relationship.
Mm.
I think you still need outside forces or outside individuals there around you in your circle or how you move to push you to do different things in your life, to keep on being constructive and better yourself, even if you're not in a relationship, or whether it be a male or a female. Like, me and you and Otis had to talk yesterday, like you were saying, hey, y'all need to get back in school. Like, that's a push. That was a push to me. Like, hey, somebody wants to see me do better.
Wow.
You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm making. You're like, hey, that's not good enough. Get back in school. I challenge you to do this. And it's like, okay, well, you ain't about to challenge me and expect me not to do it. I think everybody needs that push and needs somebody or someone to be there to see the better side in them, or make them want to be better. And I think we rely on, okay, if you're single, that means you don't need nobody. It means you can do everything on your own. And it is what it is. And I don't think that's right, personally. But,
Here's a question. Is that reinforcement, reassurance that you're speaking of, does that ring different when it's coming from your woman in comparison to everybody else? And how so?
Yeah, it does. I would say it does. But also I think if it's coming from your inner circle, I think it has the same effect as well. Like people that you truly love and value their opinions.
That's the difference.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's, my woman can say, hey, get your ass back in school. And I'm like, well, you know what? I feel good. I'm comfortable where I'm at. And my homeboy can say, hey, man, you can get your ass back in school, man. Look. I'm going to go back to school. Come join me. I feel like you can do it. And that could ring a certain different, that's a challenge to me, man to man.
Gotcha.
You know, maybe that doesn't make sense, but to me, that's how I feel about certain situations. Certain situations make you, challenge you differently than your woman can, and your woman can challenge you in certain situations that your friends can't.
I'll tell you what the difference with that is. The difference is her saying that is convenient to her. Your homie saying that he doesn't benefit from that, so it lands different. So it's like he's literally on the outside looking in, knowing what I'm capable of. Get your shit together, get on your job and do what you need to do. I don't gain nothing from telling you that, but your woman does. So you kind of look at it a bit more jaded. And I don't want to say jaded because that's a rough word, but it puts more stock in, your homie saying it. Like women say it all the time, right? Like getting a compliment from my man is cool. But when I'm out in the streets and I'm getting a compliment from women that I don't know, that means more.
Yeah.
It's for that very reason. It's because like that's like your man is supposed to say that to you.
That's crazy.
And the women ain't got to say that to them. It's just like, damn, you just beautiful. You know?
Because that's the opposite of me. Like when we doing the pod, like we can get 500,000 comments and mostly everybody agreeing. But after all these episodes, like it hit different for me. Like when my aunt hit me up and was like, "Oh, I watch our pod every week. Where the pod at?" I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So that hit a little bit different because I'm like, this family right here. So they really, especially my aunt, she ain't gonna hold back. She listening to this right now. She not gonna hold back. So it hit different versus just some random people, which I appreciate. Don't get me wrong. But other people, outside people, just saying good job, keep going, you know, things like that. It just land different when it's closer to home because it just means a little more. Like you said, it's a stock. Like these people see me every day. Outside people, that's their first perception of me.
Right.
But people that's been near me, they see me going through different seasons, different changes or whatever. Now they see me that I got something and I should stick with it. So it land different when it's closer to home.
Here's a question: How does that inspire you to go forward? Like, does it like immediate action, or is it kind of like, okay, let me think about that a little bit? Like how does that, you know, land? Like when your aunt says like, hell no, man, we need the pod.
It's definitely like, damn, like it makes you want to step up, makes you want to go harder, and it just it just confirms that you're on the right path.
Okay.
Because it's easy for everybody else to say it because like we'll talk about all the time, a lot of people are sheep and things of that nature. So it's easy to influence outside people, but when you got people that aren't as easily influenced and they're on your side, it's just different.
I don't know. I think I'm the opposite. I don't want my family hearing none of my shit I talk about. I'm telling you, for Thanksgiving, you know, for the little situation I had, they all, hey, I see Krew season pod. We y'all drop merchandise. I'm like, I ain't got no merchandise.
No, man.
I ain't got nothing. How y'all last episode?
I need the whole. No,
I ain't got nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I need the whole. I'm trying to get some sweaters for the family.
Because how the family go, dog. They hear something and then they want to start talking about it, and I got to be the middle of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that kind of limelight. I don't like.
Talk about it. You ain't got to talk about it.
No, but I got to be there.
Yes.
And I got to hear it.
Yeah, you got to sit through it.
It's all right.
And they going to act regardless if I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. And I don't like how your friend said this. And I don't like the one that got the motor mouth. Like, dog, I don't even listen to my own podcast. I really don't even remember what the fuck I said. But I appreciate the support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, damn, the fuck out my face.
Try to get swung on at the party tomorrow.
Oh shit! No, but yeah, I agree. It's one thing when I'm saying somebody that doesn't benefit from you being successful, it kind of hits a little bit different. And for somebody that does benefit from it, and you want to provide that extra benefit to them, it kind of hits a little different too. You know?
Yeah.
Like so, I mean, it's a slippery slope. But I say in both cases, it's a positive.
Yeah, I agree. I think just, you know, being needed and necessary, especially as a man. Like we pride ourselves on what we do for others, more so than what we do for ourselves. Like you can have a man in a you know, marriage or whatever, or in a long-term relationship, and he can't even remember the last time he did something nice for himself. But ask him what he did for people around him. He can run down a laundry list. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like that fulfills our purpose when we feel needed, especially from our woman, because you know, it's a sacrifice on her end to like, hey, I'm putting my livelihood in your hands. You are my leader. Where you go, we go. You know what I'm saying? So that presents, you know, a different type of pressure. That presents a different type of inspiration for me to get on my job. That's why I asked, like, how does that inspire you? To like it makes me want to like run through a brick wall to get to where I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? To whereas if it was just me, I might make an excuse. Or I might say, you know what, man, I ain't got to do that right now. I could just get around to it later. Like, I'm going to get, you know what I mean? But when it's coming from your woman or coming from your close friend circle, it's like, okay, they like, because they know me better than anybody. So they know when I'm underachieving. Or they know when I could be doing better than I, you know what I mean? Better than I am. And a lot of times it's hard to see when it's you in it. because you only focus on the next thing. Me and the boys talk about that all the time. Like, we don't really take time to smell the flowers a lot, especially in regard to this. It's always, okay, what's next? All right, what merch we dropping? What we parting at? What we doing this? What we going out? What we doing that? It's just a constant, you know, spin reel, and it's not until we hit like a crazy milestone where we kind of forced to sit back and say, damn, 1 million downloads? Audio only? That's crazy. There's people struggling to get 500 downloads. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's those things. But, you know, being needed is everything from a man. Like, it's everything. Whether it's from my woman, whether it's from our family, we feel a sense of obligation. Even, you know, with our brothers or our sisters or cousins, whatever, they gonna look to us for guidance on certain situations. Of course, everybody out there handling their business, but it feels good when you the one that they call, hey, bro, I'm going through this, and I just want to get your take on it because I know you know what I'm saying, you know, da-da-da. It make you stick your chest out a little further. It's like, damn, okay. Well, hey, this how you do it, da-da-da-da. So you want to get it right. You want to make sure that you tell them right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of that factors in. And even in this podcasting situation, like, I support us. Crusader Nation, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all trust us. Like, really trust our opinion. Because some of the shit that y'all write in with, like, I know y'all ain't telling people that in real life. Some of these scenarios, you know what I'm saying, that we having to read or whatever. And it's just like, damn, they going through that. And they trust us with that. That shit mean everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we may, you know, laugh in the moment or we may trip out in the moment, but at the end of it, when we step back and like, damn, they trust us with their decision on that. So, yeah, being needed is everything to a man. You know what I'm saying? So, like, women need to keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with being strong. There's nothing wrong with being self-sufficient, right? But don't ever be so strong and so self-sufficient to where you make your man feel like an outsider, or you make your man feel, you know, not aligned with what his purpose is, or him being confused as to where I can fit into this relationship. Like, that's thoughts that you never want to put into your man's head. That's not saying dumb yourself down. It's not what I'm saying, but you need to make him feel involved. We say it all the time as men when we out here chasing what it is that we chasing. Like, it's important for you to make your woman feel involved. Because not only is she going to aid you in it, right, but she's not going to be serving as a goddamn barrier between it, because she's constantly asking questions, not trusting you, not understanding what the purpose is. You literally showing her the GPS like, hey, baby, this is where we going. And when you do that, she's going to be way more on board with it and going to let you go out there and get it. So it's the same thing with a man. Like, we know you strong. We know you independent. That's why we chose you. But you ain't got to use those superpowers against us. Shit, we here to help.
Exactly.
So, yeah, being needed is very, very, very important. All right, last one, man. We might have to bypass. Yeah, ain't no mic. We definitely gonna bypass the advice column, but we got y'all next time. Last one for quick hits though. Women should be their own sugar daddies. Play this clip, man.
Stopped saying I wanted to have a man take care of me, and now I've been in that space from growing up in North Carolina, growing up in the projects. Like, I always had, you know, a male partner that had some money. It's so comfortable. It's so easy to wake up with. You don't have to do nothing but just be pretty and be available and be around. Like, you don't have no real responsibilities, but you know it's not right. And I think that the person that's in that space, especially where we are now, it's different today. Today, you have representation on social media, people like me, people like so many other women that I know that are entrepreneurs, that are lit, that can secure their own money, but be soft enough to maintain a marriage and keep a relationship. Back in that time, all we saw and what we had access to was the Smooth magazine, Black Men's magazine, and there wasn't so much representation of women in business. It was only representation of women being taken care of. So we became products of that environment. So now that we're growing beyond it and now we have more access, I encourage women, don't allow yourself to be in that space. It's one thing if you're married and y'all make that decision together. That's your decision, your marriage. But if you are dating, simply dating, I highly recommend you have your own business about yourself.
So you should not be a man's sugar baby. You should be your own sugar daddy. You should have your own shit going, bring your own bread to the table. This is a successful woman saying this. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I agree. Even if you are sugar baby, that better be your business. You know, successful. Put that money to the side. I don't think you should ever rely on somebody else to take care of you and provide that house and that safety and whatever it is, woman or man. Because in the society we live in now, nobody cares for anybody else unless you are married. Until that ring is on your finger and that's a document with your name on the paper, both of y'all name on the paper, that shit don't matter.
It's fact.
So you need to be able to provide a roof over your head at least and some food in your stomach. That way you're not susceptible and vulnerable to whatever they say. Because most of the shit they say is going to be something that's a detriment to what you do and your morals. Make you look like a fool. And when you got your own, you ain't got to abide by a lot of that bullshit. You can still withstand your own morals and still go by how a relationship should go. And we all know how a relationship should go. We ain't going to play them games. Give and take. But you ain't about to make somebody look like a fool just for over some money. And don't be a fool just over some money.
The question: do you feel like that removes a woman from her purpose? When she's so focused on securing her own nest egg, do you think that removes her from her purpose?
I don't think it's that hard for a woman to secure her own nest egg. I don't think it's that hard to go out there and get a job. Honestly, for a woman, I don't think it's that hard. A sustainable job, I don't think it's that hard. What I'm not saying go out there and make $150,000 a year. Go at $90,000, $80,000, $70,000. I'm not saying go out there. A sustainable job making $50,000 a year where you can pay your own apartment, have your own car, get your little degree, that's cool. You could do that by the age of 22. That's still a young age to have kids, get married, and have a career. That's ideal to me. Being married at the age of 23, 24, to me, I think that's the ideal age to be married. But a lot of these people just want to have babies and live off support and live the wild life.
Some don't even care about the support. I saw a tweet earlier today where a woman just was like, I just want a baby.
I think a lot of men
didn't care about the baby daddy, how it come. I just want a baby.
I think men moving the same way too. Be honest with you. I don't even think they care about child support no more. I think they say fuck it. If I get on child support, I get on child support.
Damn. Oh, the importance of a woman being her own sugar daddy, coming to a relationship with her own. How important is that, man?
I think it's extremely important. We talk about all the time just the leverage that you have in relationships. And if you already coming into it with your own, if y'all happen to break up, not much would change with you. I mean, y'all may be living in a better apartment, house, townhome, whatever it is, off of 2 incomes. But if you're making enough to keep a roof over your head, get from point A to B, put groceries in the house, keep the lights on. Like, if you can do all the necessities, I think that's important. Because once you team up with somebody, now they're going to be able to take some of those responsibilities off of you or just lessen some of those burdens. And then y'all can, grow from there. So definitely on your own. I mean, definitely knowing how to be on your own.
I ask you the same thing I asked him. Do you feel like a woman so focused on securing her own nest egg, does that remove her from her purpose? Or take her off the path of her purpose?
Only if she lets it. Only if she allows it. Because she can still be that woman and get those goals. But once she get with her partner, man, whoever, I think that's when it changes. You just have to understand that your roles change. If you were the head of your household, you got to understand you're going to take a step back when you're getting with a man. Unless you cool with running a relationship, which we know in the end that may not work out in her favor.
Right.
So, yeah.
I would agree with y'all, man. I say it all the time. you know, I have a daughter. I'm gonna raise her to secure her own lifestyle comfortably. And, you know, then, you know, you can always take your foot off the gas when you run into a man that's worthy of leading you. But I think, you know, I think it's a very old school mindset to raise women to wait on the man to come provide, you know, for her. Like, she's just like literally twiddling her thumbs in the house, waiting on a man to come provide. Like, I don't think that's a smart decision to make today. I think for one, the mindset of men is totally different than what it was back then. I think back then fathers had way more input in terms of the man that you was choosing, right? So I feel comfortable with, you know, this type of man who I know has a future lined up. I know a stand-up guy. I know has infrastructure. Then, you know, I feel more comfortable with that. But if you letting women out here choose their own man, let's be honest here, women make terrible decisions in choosing men.
Terrible.
It's honest, because they don't pick men with logic. They pick men based on their emotions and how the man make them feel. Doesn't necessarily, you know, isn't necessarily reflective of how great of a leader he is, and that's what gets him in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So if you leave women to their own vices in that aspect, then they're gonna make horrible decisions. So if you're gonna make a horrible decision, you're gonna be set up so it doesn't drag your ass down if it so happens to go that way, because you're gonna be living comfortable already. Right now I'm gonna try to raise you and teach you what type of man that you should be with. I mean, I'm gonna be a walking example of it. Right, but the thing about women is women can have a walking example and a blueprint as thick as the yellow pages and still go against the grain. That's just reality.
I seen what this look like. Let me see what the other side looks
right.
like.
They like to be rebellious.
You know what I'm saying? So if you do decide to make that mistake, you're going to be set up to where you're not all the way fucked up if it goes left. I mean, we did a review on a clip one time to where a dude was mad at his girl mama because she wouldn't let them stay in the house with her. Mm-hmm. That's a perfect scenario in which I'm talking about. She has no income as a woman, right? So she's literally sleeping, at this point, from couch to couch because she's going to go follow that man. Her mama won't let the man stay there. She's stubborn enough to be like, well, that's my man. I got to go with him, but he don't have a job. He lost his job. He don't have a dwelling, right? But she's going to go pursue that, right? But why? It's because her livelihood is tied to this man. So
obviously not. That nigga don't care about where she's sleeping.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But that's the wild decision some of these women be making. Like I literally be looking at some of the dudes women choose, and I'd be like, how?
Love.
Right.
Come on. So many things I got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a possibility that you look at me differently, love. Ever since the first moment I saw your name, further on I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change, but love. So many people use your name in vain. Love. Those who have faith in you sometimes go astray. Love. You want me to keep going? Through all the ups and downs and joys and hurts. Love. Come on, kitty.
I'm so sick of you.
For better or worse, I still will choose you first. Ho, 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 ho.
Many nights.
Nah, we not going to. I'm so sick of these.
Hoping for a chance to get to know you.
Shout out to music, man. You know how much dope music we done put these people on that they'll never admit to. Yo, damn sure wasn't outside for it. Bruh. So, but yeah, just in summary, man, like you should be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. Like I say, men have to all day long, bro. Like when we out here chasing our purpose and things of that nature, we have to make adjustments to be with y'all. We do. We have to take our foot off of that gas pedal. because we have to make time for our family. We have to make time to foster a legitimate marriage. We have to make time to foster a relationship with our kids. And all of this is taken away from what it was that we were chasing, what we programmed to do. So y'all don't have an excuse either. If y'all want this thing to work, then there needs to be adjustments made, right? Allow that man to lead. If you're picking the right man, then you wouldn't have an issue doing that. But the issue is y'all don't pick the right man typically. And that's where the tug of war comes in at. You know what I'm saying? So, but in terms of what she said, hell yeah. Like, men admire that. But we do, bro. Like, but we just want you to be able to flip the switch as well. Like, there's nothing wrong with going out there and making that $150,000, but don't come home and treat me like an employee. That's where the issue gonna come. So that'll be my take on that, man.
I'll just flip the switch. Flip. Bodies start to drop. Bodies hit the floor.
Dog. Yeah, on that note, man, we gonna get up out of here, man. It's been a hell of an episode. I know it went a little long. I know y'all came to see the Meg situation. That's why I let it rock for an hour.
Was long as fuck, boy.
That's why I let it rock.
Hard on its own.
Killed all my energy.
Hard on its own.
You know what I'm saying? So
The only way to build it back up is to start singing Christmas music. Silent night. Holy night.
Come on, Kitty.
I ain't heard that note like that.
All is right.
Round young virgins.
How you just switch your voice like that?
Hey, I'm trying to harmonize.
He was talking this shit too on the low.
Child, mom,
Mother and child.
Holy infant, so tender and mild, sweet,
Sleep. Come on.
I ain't do that one again. God
Heavenly peace.
I almost missed his vocal cords. I'm trying to go.
I ain't doing that one again.
You gotta use your head. You gotta use your head.
That one burnt.
Look here, man. Salute to B-Box, man, the family, man. Lord have mercy. It's been a hell of a giveaway, man. A lot of
Got a little light
entrants. We got what? 27. What's the day? 16th? Y'all got 11 days. Well, when this drop, it's gonna be the
When's the giveaway? The 28th or 20th?
27.
Oh, the 20th?
Yeah. No. It's gonna be the 27th. But when this drop, it's gonna be the 20th. So y'all gonna have a week.
Oh, damn.
So y'all need to get on y'all job, man. Make sure y'all tap into the website. Website is gonna be pinned to the top of the description in the YouTube video. It's gonna be pinned into the details of the audio on all of the streaming platforms. Make sure y'all tap in.
Trio, what are time steps? What are time steps?
Nah,
Send me on your ass, boy.
I'm gonna bring him back, man. I'm gonna bring him back. That was my bad. I was supposed to bring it back during the last live. But I don't know, man. We had a lot going on, but the timestamp's gonna be back soon.
Damn.
We hear the complaint.
Watch the damn video, nigga. That's what I said.
Somebody said in the comment, "Watch the damn video." But yeah, nah, man. So like I said, man, salute to B-Box, man. But when this drop, y'all gonna have a week, and then after that, man, we gonna announce the winners, man. I cannot wait. You know what I'm saying, to give away this money. It's a lot of participants, man. So make sure that y'all on y'all job. Secret word of the week. What do y'all want it to be? I chose it last week, and the editor messed us up. Pardon me, man. It was Crusaders with a K. Pardon me. But this week, what y'all think should be the secret word?
Sleaze.
Shit.
Sleaze?
Sleaze is the word of the week.
Spell it out. So
SLEEZE.
Sleaze.
I can't hit that note no more.
With the Krew leaf. That's key.
My esophagus hurts.
All right, it's sleaze with the Krew leaf. Y'all heard them. I don't know if they can. I don't know if an emoji is gonna factor.
Ain't gonna matter. Damn.
Yeah, so it might just be sleaze. Yeah, sleaze.
SLEEZE.
Yeah.
That's it, man. So y'all got the secret word. That's gonna get y'all more points. And again, man, we appreciate y'all, man, for tapping in. Again, Smooth will be back soon. You know what I'm saying? He's just taking care of some business right now. He gonna lose his mind when he hear y'all singing this shit.
Because he can't sing like me. He might have put something in my water because
trying to jump any
my
day.
esophagus hurts a little bit because I was singing.
Oh,
you know,
God, man. So we gonna look. I'm gonna try to put a stop to the singing next week, man. Pardon me. I know y'all.
They was waiting for it the whole episode.
Y'all want me to do the Chris Brown version?
What? Well, I gotta go watch that, man. I gotta go watch that.
Come on.
Hang on the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better.
Kenny Brown, y'all.
This Christmas.
Y'all gotta learn the lyrics, man.
You
Y'all gotta learn the lyrics.
put me singing. Do.
Niggas, I was just trying to get back to that. I was just trying to get back to the night. I'm so
And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hilarious, man. Like I said, man, on that note, man, it's been a hell of a pod, man. We're gonna get up out of here. Hope y'all enjoy, man. Y'all be safe out there. I think next time we chop it up with y'all, Christmas gonna be over. So Merry Christmas, man.
Dang.
And a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year.
That's facts.
Oh, B turned it down.
What he? Oh, okay. That's Home Alone. Okay. I see what you got going. All right, man. We're gonna get up out of here, man, with a record. It's probably the hardest record right now in existence.
I wouldn't say go that far.
It's a record called Sweet Yams.
And it better be Masego's version.
By Fetty Wap.
Oh my God.
We out of here, baby.
Fire him. Fire me.
She was just there for the season.